Hey, welcome to Sunday, friends. It is time for D&D. Certainly can guarantee you some Ds, but I don't know about any Ds. But we'll play some Ds. You hate to do the Ds and the Ds all at the same time every week because then people start to expect it and then it just, becomes a disappointment. So, welcome. Glad to have everybody. My name is Scott in the real life, but today is pretend day, so I am Wiley Hobbit. And with me are 5 really cool people who have been entertained by my delightful attempts at technology. And I see that what you're seeing on the stream is that's the DM's version of Roll20, so that somehow magically changed. So I'm going to tweak that. But let's go around the room and get some introductions going. We're going to start bottom right this time, man with beard. Baldwin O'Farrell, tell us what's going on with you, man.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Tim. I play the dwarf swashbuckler Baldwin O'Farrell. We have entered what we think is the Stone Tooth's chimney, heading down to the forge.
I like how you put that. What we think.
Well,
I like that.
Who wants to make assumptions, right? I mean, it could be.
Sure, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm Tim. I can be found on Twitch and on Discord under the name Enoch Brack. I'm a artist and educator in the theatrical arts. I make things and I do things. Come check me out on Instagram. Looking forward to a good session today.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. All right. What else have we got? No, I can't screen capture the right thing. Let's go over to Blarg.
Hey, everybody. I'm Chris WikiVA on Discord and Twitch. I play Blarg, I always have to pull up my notes to remember what he is. He's a goblin mastermind linguist. I think that's right. Rogue. And as it turns out from last time, he's quite heroic, rescuing trapped humans and giving them a bow so that they can survive in the wilds and get their way back to their farm or wherever they're from.
Quite the hero.
Quite the hero.
Yes.
Yep. He's now hoping that all of the monsters don't fight from a distance, because if they do, he'll have no way to combat that because he gave away his bow. But I'm sure that'll be fine. And as Tim said, hopefully we're in the forge. If not, we broke into the neighbors of the forge, the neighboring forge, and that'll be
sure it's the right place. Totally.
Be pretty embarrassing if it turns out that that's the case.
Totally sure it's the right place. And pardon my noodling around with technology while you guys are introducing, but Slobs is being a little silly today, and so I'm having to return the favor. Let's go to Erideth Carwin. What's going on, Mr. Carwin?
Hello, friends. I am Carl on the Discord. I am Carnage, both with a K. I play Erideth Carwin, the mysterious Shadar-kai arcane archer from the Shadow Fall, the sole survivor of a party sent here by the Raven Queen. He's now trapped in the Flanaess, made some new friends. He's now adventuring with them.
Sounds really dramatic when you say it that way.
I know. I was going for that. And as the archer, he, of course, made note that Blarg only gave those 2 people a bow and no arrows. And
I gave him arrows.
Oh, you did? Oh, that was just the bow. Okay.
Well, what good would arrows do me if I gave away my bow?
Didn't know if you thought of that through all the way or not.
Throw them like javelins.
Now when you put it that way, I mean. Yeah. All right.
So we will see where today takes us.
We will, won't we? Sure, it will take us someplace lovely. All right, let's go to your immediate sidecar there, Mr. Daryl Nimblebottom.
Hello, my name's Bob, or Doc Shoulder, and I am playing Daryl Nimblebottom, who is a dwarf Tempest cleric. He comes from the Vespi Forest. He grew up with a bunch of hobbits, and he has found himself with this group, and he currently is looking for some type of shiny object that he might be able to present to his god to be able to hopefully break him of his tortured spell that he's under. So we're hoping that that's behind door number 1 on the left. Maybe not.
I'm sure that the one
exactly what we need
you're looking for are behind the first door. in this
So my
cavern.
question for Bob is,
Yeah.
are shoulders your specialty, or is that just the most common thing for your practice, or what's
That's
the
all I
story
do.
there? Oh yeah,
I
a
don't
lot of
operate on
football
it.
injuries or whatnot.
I don't operate on anything else.
He's a shoulder
Wow.
guy.
Yeah,
Shoulder
I
guy.
know.
Nice. All right.
You're pretty
Good.
good.
Well,
at
now that mystery's been revealed. Nice. All right. Hebney, Craigbeam, Hebney. His hebnaciousness.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave. I'm super happy to be here. Unlike Hebney Craigbeam, god damn it, pissed off that his
Hey.
friends want to be heroes.
Would you take care of my technology, Hebney? I feel like you have the personality.
Yes, I will. I will rage. I will tinker
in
the
my
hell
slobs.
out of that laptop of yours. God damn it.
But we're here.
Hey,
We made
everybody.
it.
I'm Dave. A lot of GDs coming in early in the game here. Happy to be here. You can often find me over at the Guild Superior channel where I run games, play games, and produce games. We've got lots of games.
You guys got lots of games, man. You're like turning into an empire. Like syndication is right around the bend. I believe. I see that in your future.
Yeah, that's cool. That seems like a lot of work. We've got a Blade Runner game on Sundays. That'll be back next week. We've got a new Heroes of Greyhawk game on Tuesdays. Monday we have our Monday Night Mayhem, which is a kind of a rotating game with multiple DMs and different players. So folks are welcome to come over and
Mayhem
hang
is
out in our
always cool.
Discord and
Yeah.
learn about getting involved with some of those games. And then we've got a new Shadesong Saga coming on Friday. So
Man,
what's going on?
Nice,
And I get to play Hebney Craigbeam when I'm with this group of goofballs, and I'm super happy about it. I look forward to this game quite
it's
a
a
bit.
fun. It's a fun time.
Hebney's a rock gnome barbarian of the wild magic type, so weird shit happens when
And
he
he's
gets
kind of a
angry.
prick. You know, let's
He's
just.
got he's
you know,
his
but he's
intentions are
Yes,
correct. It's
there's a
just
good heart
he
inside
doesn't
all
want to
that
be a
crust.
hero. Yeah, he doesn't want to be a hero at the expense of his life or his friend's lives.
Yeah. Don't be a hero, man. Nice. All right, and I'll be your DM, and I'll be in charge of all the other NPCs and things for good or otherwise. So thanks for joining us today. I feel like we can declare that we're on a regular schedule again because we played 2 weeks ago when we meant to play, and we're playing this week, which was also when we meant to play, and so I feel like that puts us back on some kind of a thing, and I believe then that means we'll play in 2 weeks from today, because that would be the 4th Sunday. Is that right? The 25th of September? It feels like
Heck yeah.
a thing is starting to happen with us here. So life
We're back,
is leaving
baby.
us alone a little bit. So, and hey, DM, oh, that's you. Yeah, I was thinking that was Dave from Canada, eh? But I'm sure he'll bounce
Yeah.
in. And yeah, so let's talk about D&D. We're playing the Forge of Fury. Last session, they found their way down this, it was like a natural chimney of sorts. They followed the smoke through the forest canopy. They split the party. Almost had a situation when Baldwin was kind of ambushed by a bugbear, but in his stout way, he slew the bugbear. You know, end of bugbear. Made some bugbear paste. So that was exciting. And then he was reunited with Blarg, and then the rest of the party got a little tired of waiting because it had been 3 or 4 hours since Blarg and Baldwin, split. And so the party tracked them down, and we had a bit of a reunion. And then it was decided right about the time you want to take a long rest and get half your hit points back that they should just go ahead and drop down that chimney because I'm sure there will be some place in there to rest, something like that. And so they went down this 80-foot dark shaft into the pitch blackness, only to discover a fire at the base, and the fire was kind of in the center of a cavern. And you see that cavern, the bottom right corner there, that's the area they dropped into with the chimney. And they kind of had a look around, and that looks like it's some kind of a cooking, kitchen-y sort of thing, as caverns go anyway. And they made their way up to the kind of north and west from there, and you see their little minis. And I'll ping on each of those so that we can all identify who's which one and all that good stuff here in a second. But they found a bunch of, looks to be maybe pillaged goods from caravans and things just kind of stacked here and there with some sleeping pallets, and it's kind of stinky and stale. Smells well lived in by rather savory entities. And to the south of that big chamber, hey, Doc, thanks for that sub, brother. That gets you guys another +2. To the south of that chamber, you see sort of a barrier, and what that is a crude cell, like some bars were fashioned there. And there were 2 humans who were being held there by the orcs. They had been captured probably about a month ago, and they, best they're able to determine, they felt like maybe they were being held for some kind of ransom, which is going to be a big disappointment because their village is not particularly affluent. And so our heroes, led by Blarg the Goblin, at least by his telling, freed the humans and sent them to their certain freedom. Did I say doom? Back up the chimney and out into the wilds of the foothills of the Raker Mountains, because those are completely hospitable and safe. The one thing they do have on their side, besides their grit and fortitude, just let that sink in, is a bow and some arrows gifted to them by his benevolence, Blarg the Goblin. And so it is that we find our party. It is late in the evening, as my friend Paul Simon would say. And it's 28 Patchwall, which is the 10th month of the Greyhawkian calendar. And let me just ping on some dudes here. This one right here would be Blarg. You guys see the ping? You got that? Yeah, that's Blarg. This is Aerodeth. Correct? Does that sound right? I think this one is Daryl Nimblebottom. I believe this is our friend Baldwin O'Farrell, purveyor of fine distillates. And then last but not least, we got Grinny and Smiley, Hebney Craigbeam, with a sincere smile. Yeah. So did I get that right, guys?
Looks good.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm going to beg everyone's indulgence. I am learning Roll20 as a DM. So at some point, I'm going to learn it enough to actually invite the players to control their own tokens. Baby steps. But we're getting there. At least we got some visual reference now for combat and things. And this is actually the module, the 5th edition Forge of Fury, which resides inside of Tales of the Awning Portal. So we got that through Roll20, and we are up and running. So you find yourselves in this natural cave that's looks like it's been smoothed. The floor has been smoothed. I know the map kind of shows tiles, but it's not really like that. It's just natural worked stone. The dwarves recognize it as, very easily as worked stone. It's been worked smooth. There's these 4 tunnels, right? You came up the southeastern, kind of the 5 o'clock angled tunnel. There's a tunnel going off to the 2 o'clock direction, or northeastern. There's a tunnel going off kind of to the north behind all the rubble and the bedroll up there. And then there's a tunnel going due west, which is about 10 feet wide. Again, mostly worked stone headed that way. But where you see the irregular shapes is all kind of natural cavern. The ceilings here are stone as well, maybe anywhere from 10 to 12 to 15 feet. Again, not incredibly well worked, but the floor is worked. You see, if you look back down that southeastern passageway, there's this red glow that is coming from the fire that was down there. That's the room that you dropped into from the chimney. And you see crates and barrels and things, pallets and stuff haphazardly stacked everywhere. There's sleeping furs, there's sacks, there's debris and trash. And then if you recall, you had a peek to the west down that tunnel there, and it goes 5, 10, 15, 25 feet west. And my zoom just dropped. We are having us a time, aren't we?
That's not good.
You guys back? Or were you
Yep,
never
we're
gone?
We're here.
Okay.
You're back.
Am I back?
You're
Oh,
back.
okay, I was gone. That was weird. Zoom just tapped out for a few minutes.
like everything.
Strange anomalies. Yes. I'm going to have to start paying the bills, man. Shit won't turn off that way. So if you look at the map on the stream there, you can see down that tunnel, and it goes to a set of double doors to the west. And then you have, let me give you some more reveal here. Let me see if I can remember how to do that. I think that's right here. I think you click that. I think you got to be in the GM layer. That sounds probably right. So let me give you like a little bit more of a peek. You can kind of see that there's a tunnel. Yeah, a little bit more that you can see that tunnel going north. So what would y'all like to do?
So the double doors are off to the west.
Yes. You can see that ends. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Right there's the double doors.
So one of the things that we did last session is we sort of like ransacked this area and were able to restock on certain goods and items.
Yes, I made note that you took some flour, some rope, some dried foodstuffs. Hebney grabbed a few bags of nails, like leather pouches of nails. And that's what I had from last session's notes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, specifically because we have a bag of holding, I got several bundles of 50-foot rope. 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are in the bag of holding, and then I have one out tied to my pack. So we've got lots of rope. So I think we're going to win this game.
It is a game of rope when you are dungeoneering. Yeah, it's a game of rope.
So I don't know. Should we pick a corridor and go?
Well,
Wherever we can be the most heroic, right, Blarg?
yeah, it seems to me that if we're looking for a forge, it's probably in the worked area of wherever we are. So we should probably take those doors instead of wandering around these stupid smooth caves.
Maybe we should at least go up and listen to those doors, see what we hear on the other side. I'm also a little concerned about not so much the ones in north because it's all the rubble that's blocking it, but I don't know what could come up behind us from the east. We should probably at least go scout that out a little bit, see what's around that bend.
But also
Around the
based
corner.
on the area that we're in, there's several passages that sort of look rough and meandery, and but then there's the other one that looks like it's been tooled by dwarves.
Yeah, the western passageway looks to be the one that's most tooled.
Yeah. It seems to me that would probably lead to, the areas of industry.
Yeah, agreed. I think we need to get into that area, get our weapons, and then get the hell out of here.
I'm for that.
Errol agrees.
Yep, in and out.
Okay.
Okay, so
To the west.
I'm going to consult my notes here. What did I do? There they are. I believe I have a marching order, a dungeon marching order that I don't have right in front of me, but I know I have it, so bear with me 1 second. I didn't retrieve that particular piece of paper. Okay, so I've got Blarg, Hebney, Eridith, Daryl, Baldwin as your default marching order in the dungeon. Does that seem like that's going to continue to be the case?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
That
Sounds
works.
perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys are going to head westward then.
Yes.
All right, well, let me move your tokens. Blarg, what will you do as you lead your party?
So I'm going to be just on the lookout for anything that looks unusual, to see if there's any traps as we walk down and approach the doors.
Okay. How will you be doing that? Are you going to like roll investigation or?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to proceed cautiously and see what I can see with investigation.
Okay, go ahead and make a D20 roll on the old ye olde investigation. I'm just going to
I got a 12.
bring you guys down the hallway here. Okay. On a 12, again, you notice that the walls, the floors do appear to have been somehow worked, to a smooth sort of, state, much more so than the the natural parts of the cavern. But this does appear to have been tunneled out. But you don't notice anything, any secret anythings or anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Then when we get to the doors, I'm going to listen at the doors.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Just fine, I'm sure. Ooh, that time I got an 11. My phone's ringing.
Sorry, my mandolin went off.
Sorry about that.
Damn mandolin.
I got an 11.
Okay, so with an 11, you can hear what sounds like muffled, deep voices behind this door.
So I guess I can't understand what they're saying. I can just hear them.
It's pretty much what you got.
He's going to put up his hand, and he's going to indicate that by pointing at the door.
What do you got, Blarg? More people to rescue? More people to rescue?
And he's gonna whisper, orcs.
Maybe we should go the other way.
Blarg's also gonna check the door to see if the door is trapped.
We could go with the original plan, Blarg.
Scott, I'm going to search the door for traps.
Go ahead and do that. Roll a investigation or perception, whichever is going to do you better, since you're kind of that thiefly kind of persona, if you will.
So I got a 16.
Nice.
Yeah, so double doors, they don't appear to be trapped in any way. They also don't appear to be locked.
Okay. I'm going to start reaching for the door, like the handle or knob or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, there are kind of those like lever type handles
Beep, beep, beep.
on the
Before
door.
you do that, do we want to be right here in front of the door, or should we move some of the party back and draw whoever is on the other side down the corridor?
So, I agree with that plan. I can step back and to the left. I'm going to have my battle axe in my left hand and my new javelin in my right hand, ready to chuck it at somebody.
Okay.
Perhaps someone could open the doors, attract their attention, and then run up and hide on the ceiling.
Just a quick note, our friend Kayla, Time Lord's wife, is dropping some tobacco leaves around, and looks like Eridith and Daryl and Hebney have scored an advantage. Good to see you, Time Lord's wife.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need them.
Okay, so Baldwin, I've moved you to the left. Eridith, you've suggested maybe someone open the door, and then you can all do some exciting things.
Yeah, I think I'm going to back down the corridor, because if they come charging through to see who we are, they'll give me plenty of time to just pincushion them.
Okay, how far back do you want to go, Eridith? Each square
What's
is
each square?
5 feet.
5? Oh, geez. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to go behind that little bit of that rubble up there. 60 foot's an easy shot for
Like
me.
right here?
So
Or
hang on, I'm waiting for the delay.
What's the dimensions of those squares?
5.
I'll go right up by the brown pile. Yeah. The way just caught up. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good where you have me. I can hit the ball.
Yeah, and Daryl's gonna stay. It looks like he's 20 feet away, so he's good with that.
Okay. So Blarg, are you going to be the official door opener?
I'm going to stay at the door because I'm sure that'll be fine.
It'll be totally fine.
How high are these ceilings?
They're kind of variable. They're natural caverns, so at their highest point, maybe 15 feet up in some of the darker hollows. Closest to the ground, no closer than 10 feet. So anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. And it's not like stalactites and stalagmites. It's just kind of undulating.
So
Natural
if I'm,
caverns.
can I use my slippers to sort of climb up above where the handle is, like the door handle, and open it from like above so that I'm up and the door's open?
Yeah, because those boots enable you to do that.
So I'm gonna do it that way, so that I'm hopefully not seen, but I'm going to swing the doors open from above.
Okay, so the door does open towards you. It opens into the tunnel.
Okay.
So I'm kind of picturing you like grabbing the door and then sliding back up the passageway just a scooch, to where you might even be a little bit above. Well, that doesn't look really great, but I'm going to back you up one here. And then I'll back. That's okay. All right. So I got you like, maybe 5 feet off the ground and kind of crouch down. You pull the door open.
I want to be like on the ceiling kind of, or on the wall so that I'm up above.
Yeah. Yep. I got you.
Okay.
The doors themselves are nicely fashioned into the opening, and they are floor to ceiling. So you can't be like above the door because the door
Right.
follows along the ceiling.
Gotcha.
And you're opening the north door, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So when you do that, let me give you a peek at what you see.
Great anticipation.
All right. So, yeah, and with the delay and everything, I really got to get you guys into roll 20. I hadn't really accounted for that. So you open the door, and you see by your angle kind of the shoulder and head of an orc. And as that door opens, he rushes with a bellowing roar. And that's where we're going to roll initiative.
Sweet.
So he's going to basically, they were standing there waiting for you guys. And that's going to kind of be his surprise move. Blarg, you will see behind him. You will see one move and go the other direction, deeper into the chamber.
Uh-oh.
So before we roll initiative, Blarg, I will give you a chance to verbally react to that.
Verbally react to that.
I didn't know if you wanted to say or do anything. Free action.
He said, "Uh-oh."
Where are my party mates? I didn't see where they all went. Did they all go up the hall, or are some of them close to the door?
There's one right behind you, and I believe that's Hebney.
Okay.
And then behind him is Nimblebottom, Daryl. And then Baldwin went to the south side of the tunnel and stayed back so that he could fire a projectile. So the four of you have line of sight to the orc who's coming through the door. And then all the way back, at his bravest place, stands the fierce archer, Eridith Carwin. So all of you have line of sight to the orc. Again, the only source of light in here is your dark vision and any fires or torches. And if you recall, the chamber that you were in had no light source. The chamber you dropped into down the southeast corridor there had a fire in it. So it's pretty much almost pitch black in here. So Eridith, you've got 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So this orc is kind of coming into your line of sight. He's 55 feet away. The rest of you can see the orc with your dark vision.
And can we see the one? I can see the one behind it. I take it.
Yeah, you saw in the dimness, the grayscale, you saw another orc moving away.
And is that the one I see on the map that's moving away?
Yes. And I would say everybody can see him, with the exception of Baldwin, whose line of sight is blocked by the bottom door.
And which direction is he moving?
Away
Like away
from you guys.
Like just he's backing up, or he's moving north, south, west?
He's running the opposite direction. He ran west, away.
He's running west, and he's running.
Well, he's moving quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And,
Okay.
And
Well-
Scott, just to note, I meant like the pile. I meant to be like 5, 10, 15 feet closer. That first pile there is where I meant to be at.
There you go. Yeah, you're kind of like
Scott,
behind a
just
barrel.
to clarify.
Yeah, just a little bit of cover. Just a little bit of cover.
Hebney would
there.
have been right at the door.
What's that?
Hebney would have been right at the door when it opened.
Okay. So I'm picturing you kind of under him, which I can't really do because now I can't see you. And now I picked up Blard. So I'm assuming you're going to kind of step forward as he pulls the door open. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Well, so I feel like I'm hidden, so I'm not going to say anything. I feel like it's self-explanatory, the situation, so I'm not going to say anything and stay hidden.
Okay. Great. Let's now roll initiative. Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Low time.
All right. 25 to 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
20 to 15.
19.
15 to 10. 10 to 5.
8.
I have a 7.
Daryl at an 8.
8 and Baldwin 7. Okay. So the orc acts firstliest, and he is going to raise his battle axe, great axe, and take a swing at the angry tinkering rock gnome Hebney Cragbeam, who's standing immediately before him. And with a guttural roar, you see this notched, gnarly-looking great axe swing down with an 18. Does that hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that'll be 10 damage slashing as he brings this thing down, crashing down on you. And it just looks like he's kind of flown into a rage at the sight of a gnome in his locale. And that's all he's going to do. And that brings us to Hebney. You are up, sir.
All right. Hebney is going to rage. Let's see. And as part of that, I get to roll for my crazy wild magic business. Wild magic surge. That's a 4. Magic infuses one weapon of my choice that I am holding until my rage ends. The weapon's damage changes to force, and it gains light and thrown properties. If it leaves my hand, it automatically reappears.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Cinematic, yeah.
All right. Well, with that in mind, what's the way you do potions, Scott? In terms of
Bonus
consuming a
action.
Potion, is it? It's a bonus action.
Yes, sir.
So I've used my bonus action already. I will go ahead and throw my warhammer at the guy that's retreating. The guy that's running away.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my Time Lord wife's advantage here.
Nice.
Do so. 'Cause I
Timey
wanna hit
wimey.
this guy.
Timey-wimey.
Here we
in the
go.
house.
This is for you, Kayla. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh my.
Barely hits.
Barely hits. Shit. Okay. Well, good to know. Let's see. That's going to be. That's pretty good. That's 14 force damage. 14 force damage. as it hits him, the warhammer just reappears in my hand, Thor style. And then I'm going to
That's cool.
move. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. I love this wild magic barbarian stuff. Hebney is gonna just say, "Stop running, asshole!" And then he's gonna dip through and slide underneath. I don't know if this is even possible. Probably not. But he's gonna try to push past the orc that's right in front of him and chase down the one that's running.
Okay. I'm going to give the orc a reaction. And let me see here. So as you try to do that, I'm going to give him a reaction, and I think he's just going to try to chop you.
As I run past him?
Yeah. And I'm going to say that you're going to get half your movement because he's in the doorway, and you've got to, he's big and gnarly, and you've got to negotiate kind of through his legs or under, low, crouch. So it's not like, it's kind of like difficult terrain. And he's going to take his reaction to opportunity attack you.
Okay.
And that is a 15.
He misses.
Okay. So he curses something, horrible and orcish. And you enter. I'm just going to push you straight through. 5, 10, 15 is as far as you can get.
Okay.
And let me reveal.
Alden is going to blush when he hears the cursing in orcish because it was offensive.
Let me reveal more of this.
And then he's going to just make a comment again like, "Stick around, pal. It's just going to get fun." And that's my turn.
Okay. And a good
Stuff in there.
turn it was. Whoops, I'm revealing too much.
Ooh, I can reveal too much.
I got to get used to doing roll 20 things. Can you all see? You see a large crevasse, Hebney. Like the room ends at a crevasse. There's these two giant kind of floor to ceiling. They're connected at the floor and the ceiling. Those dark gray, you're standing right beside one to your immediate north. Stone pillars. They're just natural. They're not carved in any way. There's this bridge, this rope bridge that appears to be kind of frayed and thin that spans this gap. Looks a little rickety. And you do hear the sound of water gurgling and rushing, but it sounds far away and down that crevasse. It has this weird echoey, babbling sort of water rushing off in the distance sound. And then you see across that, there appears to be, let me see if I can illuminate that a little bit for you all, like a landing. And there are like two braziers. I always do that.
Braziers.
Two braziers.
Braziers.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Idiots.
We're going the right way, boys.
Yeah, two braziers flaming, and big stone double doors are open to a passageway beyond. And that's kind of what you can see. So now this area does have some dim light coming from across the chasm, and it's a full 30 feet across. And you see this orc kind of headed, looks like maybe he's going around the pillar by the orientation, the direction he's facing, into that northward corner there. Is that it for Hebney?
Yes, indeed, it was. Thank you.
All right. Next up is Arideth. What would you like to do, Arideth?
I'm going to stick an arrow into the orc that was running through the doors.
All right. You should go ahead and try to do that.
I would get a 16 to do that.
A 16. Let me consult the thing that tells me if you hit. And you did hit. These guys are just wearing the typical orcish hide armor.
Okay.
And braziers.
And flaming braziers, yes.
Friday night, the orcs are getting wild.
Yeah. 6 piercing plus 3 necrotic. So 9 total.
Okay, so Daryl and Blarg, an arrow zings past you and funks into the shoulder of the orc, and he howls in rage as this blackish greenish thick ichor immediately spouts from the wound. And then you see, Blarg, you're close enough, you could kind of see the skin begin to desiccate where the arrow entered. Very disturbing. You've noticed that about Eredith and his arrows, and it's just a little off-putting, really. Like, what's going on with that?
Magic.
Yes.
Wizard stuff.
Yeah. Okay, anything else for Eredith?
Let's see. As a free action, I will just utter some vulgar insult in Orcish about, how he's why are goblin nursemaids guarding the doors.
Oh, nice. Well played. Yeah, that's good.
No offense, Mark.
None taken. Yeah. Okay. He just kind of snarls at you and looks up and snaps the arrow off, snaps the shaft.
Actually, it disappeared after it hit him. So.
Or he just stands there bleeding.
Just to really freak him out.
Okay, Blarg, you are now on the clock, sir. It is you.
8 already?
What's up, Skagith? Good to see you, man.
All right, so let me look at the try to look at the map and where we're at. So I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to bonus action my sword so that it lights up and it's an acidy, wondrous thing. So he'll whisper "Shar" and the sword will ignite in the green, almost flame-like light. And then Blarg is going to come down from where he is, and he's going to attack that orc in the doorway.
Okay, I shall move you forward to begin your attack as soon as I click the proper thingy do. All right, there we go. Have at thee.
Okay. So I got a 17.
That's a hit.
All right. So I am going to do some damaggio now. So I do 5 piercing, but then I do, I do 2d6 of acid, 8 acid. I was hidden on the ceiling, so I'm not sure he saw me, so that could be a sneak attack.
Yeah, you were kind of up on the wall.
Up on the wall, yeah.
I think you're pretty obvious. Orcs are pretty tall brutes, and there's a goblin kind of stuck about 5 feet off the ground on the wall. I feel like he'd probably pick that up 10 feet away from him.
Okay. So I don't have a...
yeah, but the good news is you get to describe for me how you killed him because you've already killed him. Yeah.
That's all that matters. So I'm going to come down running from the wall, and I thrust my sword out into his fat little orcish belly, and I jerk it back out, and he falls backwards.
Oof. Onto the ground.
Surprised that his killer was a mere goblin.
Nice.
And that's all I'm going to do. Well, actually, I have some movement, I guess. Let me look at the map.
You do.
Again.
You've moved 5 feet.
And that
actually, you moved 10 feet because you came down the wall 5 feet.
Okay, so and these are 5
5 foot squares, correct?
Squares.
Yeah.
So that's Hebney in front of the other orc, right?
That is, yes.
So I'm gonna join. I'm gonna come behind Hebney.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Speaking of Hebney, it is Daryl's turn.
So Daryl will move up, engage. So it looks like he'll take his full movement. So 25. So you can bring him up to our last guy there. And then...
So you want to be beside Blarg?
Sure. That's about as close as I can get. I don't know, at that range, I don't know if you'll let me make a melee attack or if I'm still not
Yeah, you're
close
still
enough.
too far away, my friend.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will cast Sacred Flame, and which is a cantrip and 60 feet in terms of my range. And so at this point, you'll see basically he'll kind of mutter a couple words to his god, and then kind of flames will basically kind of fall down from the ceiling and basically descend onto the orc that's in front of me, who I am basically staring at.
Nice. And
And
does he make a wisdom save or dex
Dex
save?
Dex
Save.
Dex 12.
Dex 12. That's a 19 plus 1 is dirty 20.
Let's see. You get no damage.
Okay, so he just kind of sidesteps, he hears your incantation. He hears a dwarf speaking, which snaps his head around and he just snarls at you. Drool and spittle spraying off of his underbite fangs, and shrugs off your attempt at Sacred Flame.
Okay. And at this point, that's all he can do.
Roger that. Okay. That brings us to our friend Baldwin O'Farrell, who remains down the hallway, kind of on the left side of the passage, having been abandoned by his party.
Indeed.
I'm here for your roll.
So, are there orc targets still running around past the doorways?
You don't see, because the one that's down there, I know you can see him on the map, but he's actually beyond your line of sight because the southern half of the double doors remains closed. Only the northern half is swung open. And you've seen your party members disappear. Blarg, Hebney, Blarg, and Daryl have all gone in there.
So I can use a portion of my movement. I move at 25.
Yeah.
20 will get me to the door.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to the door, prepared to throw my javelin.
Yeah, and as you come over to the door side, you very clearly see now a brutish orc kind of looking over his shoulder, snarling. You smell and feel the crackle of divine energy in the air, and you see Hebney, Daryl, and Blarg all kind of fixated on this orc. You see the two stone columns, the bridge over the chasm, and you just feel dwarfier, both you and Daryl do, being in this chamber. You got this big inner mountain chasm with a rope bridge and natural caverns. It just feels dwarfy, and you just feel good, but it doesn't really give you anything mechanically. Go ahead and throw your javelin if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a dwarfy, battle cry anyway.
Yeah, I like it.
And I'm gonna throw the javelin at the stinky orc.
Okay. At the sound of your, proclamation, he turns around and growls, "Fuck you, stinking dwarves!"
All right, so and I'm going to use the advantage that I got from the bleak season.
Nice. Thank you, Bleak Season, for making it so much more enjoyable for the Dungeon Master. I appreciate that. It's very fucking nice.
All right, first try.
I love you, man.
First try is a 22, which...
Where does the javelin pierce the orc with the one remaining hit point?
Right between the eyes.
Yeah, and he just drops and falls right where he stands.
With a 7 points of damage.
Yeah, you just absolutely skewer him, and your javelin sticks out of his face as he drops, almost falling over the edge, right at the edge of that footbridge there. I'll just kind of move his carcass right to the edge there. Yeah. Roll perception, everyone.
Perception.
Apparently that war cry thing was good.
I got a natural 20.
I got a 19.
Total for 22 total.
14.
Got an 11. I was only half paying attention.
So anybody over 10 can hear the clanging and sounds of something banging on metal, sounds. And it's kind of coming from front right, kind of the northern edge of that cavern that you're in. And it's louder than the rushing water that you hear below.
I'm going to run up and join the rest of the party.
Okay.
I thought we were going to be drawing them down the hallway. I was wrong.
I'm going to retrieve my javelin.
Okay, as you step up to retrieve your javelin, if you happen to glance to your right, you would see a thing that I'm going to show you, because that's what I do. Boop. You see that dude standing there immediately to your right in a crudely constructed metal cage, a large, scaly, knobby, warty troll. And there's a lever that's kind of affixed to the cage, like a pull down. And he's there like, and he's like speaking in troll, which is actually giant.
It's a troll bridge.
Like, free me so I may eat.
I speak giant.
That's what you hear. All of you hear the giant verbiage, but Blarg and anyone else who speaks giant recognize him that he is saying, "Free me that I may eat and feast." And he doesn't sound particularly welcoming.
What's he
So
saying,
you think
Blarg?
there's some braziers lit up here, right?
And across the way, let me kind of reposition the map for you all since everybody's closer. Whoops, going the wrong way. And let me give you some cleaner reveal. So you can see across the chasm, there's like a landing where the rope bridge attaches. And there are 2 flaming braziers. And you can see the rift, the chasm, if you will. See, I gotta whoops, shit. Give you some more of that. And then again, you can just see across the way there's this landing that's apparently that's a secret door. I don't know why that would appear on the player version of the map. So we'll just say there's an open passageway to the north. And then again, the stone doors they're kind of partially open. You can see a passageway beyond. And then Eridith, you
the
said
orcs kept forgetting where the secret door was.
So they
had to
propped
mark
it open. Yeah, they marked it with a big S. Gosh, dang it. So many things
You
to
said-
click and roll 20. There we go.
You said that troll's in a cage?
He's caged and he's dripping spit, long claws, muscular, kind of this greenish gray, scaly. You guys are all familiar with trolls at 4th level, right?
Oh yeah.
I
Is
would
the
think
I'm
cage
a troll
attached to
expert.
anything? Or
It's
just-
like
okay.
there. It looks like it's like bolted into the ground, and it's definitely jerry rigged, but it's jerry rigged well enough to contain a troll. And anybody who's ever read a troll stat block knows that dude's sporting an 18 strength. So
But it's bolted down. We can't just tip it over into the crevasse.
correct, it is bolted down. Yep,
That would have been so cool.
that would have been so cool.
Can
However-
I break a flask of oil at his feet and then dump a brazier on him?
You can certainly throw a flask of oil in there. You'll have to get close to get it cleanly through the bars, just because of the precision required. But I'm not going to say, okay, and he grabs you by the throat and kills you. We're not going to do that.
course you
You don't
wouldn't
have
do
to get that close. But yeah, you could easily throw a flask and break it at his feet.
All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I want to get some. I don't know that I necessarily need to knock the brazier over, but once I've thrown the flask and the ground under him, and perhaps his boots or whatever have been soaked with oil, I want to get some flame from the brazier.
Okay, so that would require you to cross the rope bridge, because the braziers
Oh, so
are
the
all
braziers
the
are
way.
way over there.
Yeah, you see those 2
Who's that
orange
big
flamey
round
looking
thing?
things? Those are the braziers
Yeah,
all the
those
way
are
across.
clearly braziers.
Sorry.
Who's the big round thing on the picture?
That's the orc body.
The big round thing laying there?
Oh, that's
Next
a,
to
that's
the-
a token for an orc.
Yeah, I can remove him now. I just wanted to show you
I'm-
where he fell. Yeah.
Well, he's wet with oil, and certainly we can, like, do a flaming missile back at him once we've crossed the bridge. I assume we're crossing the bridge.
So we're not going to have any discussion about freeing this one. I mean, we freed the humans.
Absolutely not. We are not freeing a troll.
Well,
I
mean,
draw the line at, goblins hanging out with us, but trolls, no way, man.
well, I mean, no discussion at all, because it seems like the right thing to do. I mean, he says he wants to go out and eat.
Yeah, he wants to eat.
Who does he want to eat is the question.
Well, I can ask him if you like.
He even wants to eat the, hobbit dwarf.
Ask him if he knows where the forge is.
Oh, that's a great question. I'll say in giant. Hey, troll, do you know where the forge is?
Oh, fuck you. What forge? Free me. I must eat. I haven't eaten in days.
Well, I don't see much for you to eat here.
I will start with you, goblin.
Oh, well, that if you're trying to be freed, you're not going about it
And
in the
he's
right
like,
way.
kind of clawing, trying to get as Blarg or as Baldwin got close, he grabs the staring right at the dwarf and licking his lips with his trolley tongue.
So he doesn't know anything about the forge, and he said he was going to eat the elf first.
Well, I mean, you would assume he doesn't know anything about the forge because he kind of half blew the question off and commented that he wants to eat the goblin right away.
Yeah, so he doesn't know anything about the forge.
And plus, we've already doused him in oil, which is probably not the greatest start to the conversation. So,
well, not all of us did.
Yeah, I'm not here to talk to trolls. I'll kill trolls.
Take care of it, Baldwin, and let's move on. And Hebney's going to start walking across the rope bridge.
I need fire to finish it up, so I can cross the bridge too.
I can do that. I can take care
So,
of that.
Hebney,
I'm
you're
not a
gonna
wizard.
You do some wizard work?
I'm not a wizard. And then I will
Wizard
bolt
fire on the oil that I spilled?
Well, we do have a cleric who can do it, obviously.
Is he a
Daryl can do
fire
it.
cleric?
Well, he's got Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I got some fire, but it depends on. I mean, we can. If I can't do it, then Aerodeth can get him with an arrow. So I think.
You guys have seen me flame bolt things before.
Yeah, so I
either
think
the wizard or
Aerodeth
the
is the
fire.
guy.
Got it.
So, Hebney, you said you're going to try to cross the rope bridge.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to cross it.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
feel confident.
rough looking, rickety, sway, frayed, frail, thin, however you want to say. And you do hear water rushing, especially as you get closer to the edge of the crevasse. And so you start across the rope bridge.
Yep, I'm going to get about halfway. I'm going to look over the edge, kind of holding on.
Yeah, it's a long way down, well past any dark vision. I'm going to ask you to roll a d20. And this is let's see.
Is a 3 bad?
Hang on a minute. Oh, actually, no. You're not being attacked or anything. You don't have to make any roll. But your first few steps, the further you get away from the edge, the thing sinks down and the ropes all go. They creak and stretch a little bit. And the thing is, you got to grab both sides because it's less than confidence inspiring, but it's not. It's nothing has broken. None of the slats are breaking. You assume orcs have crossed it. So, and they're much heavier than any of you. And so you make your way across.
While he's going across, I was going to take a position at our end of the bridge, bow at the ready, and I'm just going to be watching, see if since an alert was called out, if anything starts to come through those double doors, I'm just going to be ready to shoot it.
Roger that. I understand exactly what you're saying.
And I can shoot over everyone else's heads, so this is good.
Never would you ever accidentally somehow shoot and kill a party member. Is that what you're saying?
Not likely. Not likely.
Not likely anyway. Okay.
And once Hebney gets across, Blarg is going to cross.
Okay. Very good. So Blarg is crossing all the crossings. Okay.
Daryl will cross too after Blarg.
Yeah, now that they've got the troll lit up, I'm gonna go across as well.
Okay. Bear with me a sec. Let's see.
I don't like trolls.
So y'all are just going to leave
No?
Mr. Troll?
Or do
Is
we
he on
want
fire?
I think we lit him up, didn't we?
to?
I think Aridith was going to get on the other side of the crevasse and then light him up, right? Wasn't that your idea?
Light 'em
I-
up, up,
I was
light 'em
I
up.
was covering everybody while they crossed.
Yeah,
over, but
Aridith
now they're all
is
across.
providing
I'll,
arrow
Cover.
cover.
I'll just look back over the troll as he's still all.
He's watching you guys and bellowing out, "Eat, feed me, we'll kill you."
Providing cover for the type 4 demon that's going to come up from the crevasse and get us when we're actually
Wow,
crossing.
old school type 4. Nice, I like it. I like
The
it.
Balrog.
Let me
That's
hit
right.
pause and get my original AD&D monster manual out here.
That's right.
Get my mint condition fiend folio and see what we can find in there. All right, so Arideth, you coming over?
Well,
So if
good.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, the consensus is we just light this guy up.
Oh yeah. I don't like trolls.
All right. So before I start across, I'll just look over the troll and I'll flame bolt him in the face.
Flame
Firebolt,
bolt
excuse me.
him, firebolt him in
Firebolt
the
him.
face. Okay, roll your to hit.
He's in a cage. 18.
That does it. So give me a description of what we all see.
So again, I was staying there watching over the bridge, covering everybody while they went through, and then I'll kind of just look over at the troll before I start across the bridge, and I will just sort of make some gesture, and a flame will just sort of like just off to the side. I'll sort of like casually throw my hand out, and a firebolt just shoots out and lights him up. And as I'm
Damn.
casting the magic, I take on a slightly more emaciated look than I typically have. So, which is just to be, even creepier. So,
Totally cool. Everything is fine and cool. That's not a problem. Everything's
and now the troll covered in oil is burning.
Nice. So Arideth, when you get to the center of the bridge, when the Balrog comes up from below, here's what you want to say. You want to say, "You shall not pass," because you're the wizard.
Why, you fools? I didn't bring my staff.
right there. Is that where you want to be? Right kind of in the middle.
When the Balrog, sure.
Yeah. All right, so Aridith scampers across, and you hear this just
Definitely.
sizzling and popping as the whole thing just immolates in this ball of troll fire, and this just horrible, horrible screaming, and just beating itself against the bars, crashing and banging, as this troll slowly burns. And this goes on for a little bit. Okay, is everybody where they want to be in the on the landing? I just kind of threw you into a place. So tell me where you would like to be.
How long does that troll just cry out?
Well, I mean, it's a big troll, and
long.
you've just lit him on fire, and they have 84 hit points, so probably a little while, yeah.
I if I need to, I can toss him a few more bolts just to speed this up. So.
Okay.
What is the cage made out of?
What happened
Metal.
to you, man? What happened to you?
I'm dark and mysterious, remember?
Yeah, really. Get him underground and everything goes to hell.
So, Aridith, where do you want to be to fire across at this troll with your firebolts? Like here along the edge, to the right of the end of the rope bridge kind of thing?
I'll just maybe move. Yeah, just so I don't act, no chance I would hit the bridge and set it on fire too.
Yeah, that would probably kind of suck in
It'd be
case you
bad.
needed to get
That'd be
back
bad.
across it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have rope. I have lots of rope.
I'm gonna take Arideth's place by that brazier, so that I'm watching these doors to make sure, because surely nothing has hurt us because we've entered so stealthily. but just in case, I'm going to position myself kind of around so that I don't want to be visible from where the doors are, but it's just
Kind of behind it, and you can peek around. You're right next to the brazier.
right.
Brazier? Gosh darn, I can't say that word right.
Why are these orcs setting all their braziers on fire? They must be
Brazier
protesting.
better.
Bra burning. It's like the 70s all over
Yeah.
again, man.
I would kind of like to be, kind of southward a little bit and kind of in line of sight of the doors as best as I can so I can throw my javelin again if I need to.
Okay. And Baldwin, this is you that I'm pinging here, right? Except I'm not pinging anything. So many things to click in Roll20. There we go. That's you, right?
Yeah, I don't see a ping yet.
There's a delay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
guys are getting it on stream. Before we play again, I'm going to get you guys all into the game in Roll20 and do this the adult way. So you're right to the left of the rope bridge. I've got
Yeah, okay. That's where I want to
Hebney
be.
is just across the rope bridge, and then I've got Nimblebottom in the
I
lower
was going to
corner.
say, Hebney will just walk through the door. He's just continuing to walk. He's looking for something to smash.
1, 2. And there's steps going down Hebney Cragbeam, and I've revealed more of what you can see. Let me do some more revealage. Let's see if I'm not in the right layer yet. Hang on.
All will be revealed.
All
Time.
will be revealed in due time. It's funny when you're revealing things because I leave these little slices of unrevealed stuff on accident because I'm not doing it rather hastily. Okay, so that's kind of what you see.
Hey, Scott, you're doing a great job.
Hey, we're getting there, man.
Yeah.
That's what you can
Just trying to
see.
give you a little bit of boost of
Give
confidence.
him an
there.
attaboy.
Here
That's
we go.
right.
We'll try to keep the troll in the picture because he's on
It's a
fire.
cool map.
Yeah.
It really is.
And this is the Forge of Fury module for those of you wishing
Sweet.
to play this game. I was able to, because it's all part of Roll20 and the Tales from the Owning portal, so pretty cool. And just so you know, people, we're going to be giving away another print on demand. This time it's D3 because we gave away D1 and 2 last time. So Vault of the Drow is going out today. When we'll start the giveaway when we come back from break. So all right, so I've got everybody's positioned where they want to be, correct?
Yep.
Daryl, are you
You
okay
said,
there in the corner?
Actually, no, Daryl's going to move right up in front of the door.
So kind of right beside Blargy?
Yep, right in the middle, right ready to take some heat.
Some serious damage. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, let me get you moved up there. Okay. Perfect.
Big old target on his chest.
That's
All right. So as this is all happening,
It's all happening.
we got a troll fire. We got
Just screaming as
We
the
got
troll still
chaos.
That's a D&D version of a dumpster fire.
That's right. It's a
Yeah.
troll fire. What we have
Gather
here,
around with our marshmallows.
That's right.
Aerodeth is firing on the troll. I'm going to ask you to roll perception, Aerodeth.
Sure.
Baldwin doesn't like trolls.
Ooh, I am really engrossed in fire.
Are you?
I'm sorting that troll. That's a 4.
Okay, yeah, so you are completely gross.
I'm oblivious to the
yes.
Valra coming out of the secret door that was marked secret
Yes.
door.
And
Meredith
it
is some
is-
sort of pyromaniac. I think we've opened something up here.
That is an open door, as I've shown you, secret door. And from it, excuse me, goodness, comes an arrow. How cool is that?
It's not.
I don't like being
Does
on
a
those enemy
21 pierce your armor class?
arrows. Oh, just squeaks through.
Okay, yeah, so an arrow plunks into your shoulder for 6 pierces. 6 piercing damage as an arrow comes down the tunnel to your north and drops into your shoulder. And another arrow fires out. Does a 6 hit? I'm going to guess a 6 doesn't hit. And it clatters across the chamber. Baldwin O'Farrell, the secret door to the south of you
Yeah.
is thrown open. And an arrow comes at you.
Yeah.
Does a natural 1 hit you?
No, and I'm also wearing a displacer cloak.
Listen, with you in this cloak, I'm about done with that. I just want you to know that you
Well,
and your guy,
take Blargs first if you're going to take it.
all of them are going away. Every damn one of them.
Can I see the person or the
You know what?
creature?
I am working on that as we speak. You're going to see that very, very soon. How cool is
When
that?
I do, and I'm able to do so, I'm going to javelin him from a distance.
Are you?
Her, him, it, whatever it is.
Oops, I think I'm on the wrong layer. It's all these little clicky things.
A lot of javelin work, Baldwin. I'm thinking if the Podka thing doesn't pan out, you've got
He could be a
real,
javelinista.
future in the
Yeah.
Cavricks
Well,
Cove Olympics.
it's my new toy. I took it off of that. I took it off of the beast from last time. And,
So a secret door opens, and there you see. Why is he not showing up here? You should see an orc standing there. Do you see it? Oh, it's there
because
now.
he's afraid.
Yeah, it's there now. It's there.
He's heard about my javelin prowess.
I'm sure of it. And Eridith, much to your dismay, you see, as your attention is drawn up there's two orcs, each with longbows, firing in your direction. One hit, one went over you, missed Baldwin. So you're being you're set upon by orcs from all sides, two sides, as the troll smolders in a pile of burning, stinking troll flesh. Let's go ahead and roll the old initiative bones, shall we? Wow, I have rolled for initiative twice, and I've rolled 2 20s.
Oh my God.
How about
Roll the
that?
dirty 20
This is
again.
fine.
Dirty 20 for the Hebsters. So 25 to 20?
Heavy.
Ebony Cragbeam is a 20. 20 to 15.
I got a 15.
It's an upgrade from last time. 15 to 10, please.
13 for Eridith.
10 to 5. Apparently
Oops.
two.
Hey, Scott, sorry. Daryl had an 18.
Daryl, that was a long time ago.
Show off.
Sorry, apologize. I was muted. Apologize.
And Blarg, how did you do there, Chief?
I got a 4.
All right, so Blarg will not be participating in this.
No.
Okay,
I'm a
So
no
cute.
for it.
so this round, orc with longbow number 1. The dude I'm pinging right now that you can't see because I'm not on the right layer to ping him. I don't have the pinger on. This dude is coming at Eridith.
Turn your pinger on.
There, my pinger's on. Eridith, he's going to try to chop you.
How rude.
And actually, these orcs look a little beefier. They're wearing plate mail. They have like top knots. They kind of look like they have some kind of tribal paint. Also with great axes. And this guy comes in and he's going to take a couple swings at you with his great axe. As in 2 swings. Hey, Wilson, what's up, man? Thanks for that sub. First attack is a 12.
Nope.
Second is a 15.
Oh, nope.
Okay, so he swings and misses. The other one behind him, another big beefaroni, man. These guys make the other orcs look like children. As they all kind of enter. I'm going to move that S for secret because it's really bugging me. I didn't know I could even do that. Cool. The other one's going to hit Baldwin.
No, it's not.
All right, he's going to attack Baldwin. I misspoke. I shouldn't say that. So again, he raises his mighty great axe and curses at you in orcish. Excuse me, spittling all over you. I got to roll 4 dices, don't I? Because he's coming at you. So I got a 6 and a 6 plus 6 is 12. So does 12 hit?
No.
Okay, because of Cloak of Displacement. So I rolled at disadvantage. See, I caught it this time.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
was-
battle is joined. This guy here steps in and gets into the room. So it is now the turn of Hebney Cragbeam, who has gone into the other room. But you hear the unmistakable growl, snarl of even deeper, throatier, orcish insults being hurled at your party mates as you're just on the other side of the double doors. What would you like to do, Hebney? Meanwhile, the troll
Well-
across the crevasse is starting to, the fire's dying down a little bit.
Scott, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is the second troll, the one, or not troll, the orc below, is that within 5 feet of me? Like, is the attack occurring?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No, you're 5 feet kind of beyond and angled from Baldwin. You're right there
Okay.
behind the lower double door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
So he's
Okay.
10 feet from you. Go ahead, Hebney.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna use Hebney's gonna hear the growls of the orcs, knowing full well that sound from his days in the Flinty Hills fighting orcs near his town of Dim Hollow, and he's pissed. Of course, he pulls out a potion, pulls the cork off with his teeth, and downs it. This is a potion of speed, which gives me the benefits of haste spell. He is then going to race back into the landing, and to the two orcs at the north end. He's going to run up to the one closest to the ledge, and he's going to grab him, and he's just going to throw him off the ledge.
Okay. So we're gonna grapple. Sounds like. Is that what it sounds like to you guys?
Sounds like it.
That's what it sounds like to me. So, okay.
Ooh.
Grapple.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm still going to do the grapple, but because of my tavern, let's see, I have a feat. I have a tavern brawler feat.
You do.
So I'm
Nice.
first going to, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch him real good.
So, unarmed melee attack, right? But you got a
Yep,
special mechanic
unarmed.
because of your tavern brawliness?
Yep. So tavern brawler.
Shaka just gave you an advantage, by the way.
Yeah, stuff's happening in
Hey,
chat. Yep.
thank you. I'm gonna use it right now, Shaka. Appreciate that.
Shaka.
So yeah, tavern brawler. I can punch him, and then wait, hold on. Nope. I'm not gonna do that because I already used my bonus action. I'm gonna go with my initial instinct. I'm just gonna grab him and throw him. So let's grapple. I'm gonna use my advantage, Shaka. Thank you. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, so it's contested strength, right?
Yep.
Or athletics.
Yep.
Okay, so this dude, and I'm gonna say
They're strong.
that all of you recognize these as Orogs.
Oh,
Smarter, faster, stronger, nastier. They bully orcs. These guys are, they're kind of like orc, Republican Guard kind of dudes. Okay, so contested strength. I'm going to go ahead and use an advantage on my end as well.
Yeah, hey, Wilson just gave you a bunch. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, holy shit, that's 5. Thank you, Dave. I'm going to burn 1, so I'll add 4 to my total. Brings me to 16. And I got a 14. What did you roll?
Oh, I rolled a dirty 20.
Well, damn you. Okay. So you got me grappled.
And over the edge you go, if that's a possibility. I'm throwing him right off the goddamn platform.
Okay. Let's do this. You've got me, now throw me. Make a strength roll.
All right, I'm going to use an advantage. Just a straight strength,
Yep.
not an athletics.
Actually, if you want to use that, if that gives you an additional bonus, because I think this is a pretty damn athletic move. Thanks, hey Wilson, and thanks for the sub, Dave. Sure appreciate it, bud.
Ooh, that's a 24.
Yeah, okay, so you easily, which is kind of surprising as you all see this guy. Give us a description, Hebney, of what this looks like as you go over here and hurl this guy into the crevasse, which is probably not going to be a big deal. I mean, he's just going to,
Hebney's
crawl
going to
back
grab
out.
him and grapple him first, and he's going to look over at Blarg and go, "Look, Blarg, I'm going to save this one." And then he throws him off the ledge.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh!" And you just hear him until you don't hear him.
The Balrog
Now I
catches
do
him.
have the haste going on.
You do. You've got all sorts of things you can do here.
So can I grab the other one?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All
'Cause
right,
you
I'm gonna use
it
my
doubles
last
your
advantage.
attacks, right?
Yep.
Doesn't haste give you 2 attack actions? Or 2 actions, I
Does.
should
It
say?
increases my AC.
Yeah, it's
It
nuts.
gives me an
It's a really nice
additional
thing.
attack action. Yep. So I'm
I'm-
going to go ahead and use my last advantage
I'm not
to
really
grapple this guy.
enjoying it particularly myself, but I could see why you like it.
I'm glad
Okay,
I have it.
so contested thingy. I rolled an 8 because that's what I do. I do those things.
I got a 21.
Yeah, so you've grappled me.
Okay. And I don't know if I have enough. If I have enough to throw him. If I do, I will. But if not, I can wait till the next
Yeah.
turn. Whatever you
Just
think
rearrange
is.
everybody. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be an action. So you guys are like locked in this.
Yep.
Excuse me.
You're next, pal.
Nice.
Where's the forge?
He spits on you. Do you speak orc?
Gross. No, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna mimic Blarg as best I can, and then just say forge in common.
Forge. Nice.
I
Okay.
believe that's my turn. Gotta love haste.
That's a good
That's
turn.
pretty good turn right there. Very cinematic
Yeah.
as well. Okay, that brings us to Baldwin O'Farrell. What would you like to do? You've got an Orog all up in your grill, man.
Right next to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use my advantage from Hay Wilson, and I'm going to stab it with my javelin.
Stab at thee. Nice. Do it.
So first try
Javelicious.
is a 22.
That's a hit, even through the plate mail.
And I'm going to do, where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm going to do 7 points of damage.
Okay. I will make a note of that.
That's 7 out of 700. Hang on, guys. This might take a minute.
Orog 3 has been damaged. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Clever with their names.
Anything else?
I don't have any more attacks. I think I will probably try and disengage so that I can defend from whatever he's going to do.
Okay. Disengage is an action, so you're just kind of there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, prepare to respond to his response.
I got you. I got you. Let's see. So that was 7, right?
Using my displacer cloak, of course.
Of course. Yes, you're highly displaced. Okay. That brings us to that was Baldwin. Arideth, you are up. What would you like to do? You're kind of in melee right there. You got one kind of angled right in front of Hebney there.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
I mean, I can still use a bow, right?
I mean, you can, yeah.
I think that's
Point
what he's
blank.
grappled with.
Yeah, he is grappled with it.
Well, this should be a pretty easy shot then. That is 22 to hit.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
That reasonable? That work for you?
I don't particularly care for it, but it is excellent.
10 piercing plus, let's just tack on. My God, I rolled good. 6 necrotic
Okay.
for the first arrow into his face. That's 16 total for those keeping track
Yep,
at
I
home.
got you.
Okay, still up.
Oh yeah.
Action surge. Another one. Oh, natural 10.
10 is not going to pierce the plate mail and
It was
thick
so
hide
close to
of
a
the
20.
vile, snarling. I mean, these dudes are beefy. This is like,
His bad breath distracted me, and I somehow missed.
top-notch soldiers here. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else from Arideth?
I think nope. I did my little bone. Nope. That's what I got.
Okay. I skipped Daryl. I
Oops.
had to write you on the side, and then I skipped you. Sorry, man. So go ahead and take your turn, Daryl.
He'll move right up next to the orc that's in the south. So
All right. Got
which
you
is
moved.
right next to
Right
Baldwin.
there with Baldwin. Yep. Let's see.
And then he'll use his warhammer and he'll take a swing at him.
All right, go ahead. Boink, boink.
22.
Man, you guys are swinging really well. That's definitely a hit. Even if these guys are wearing plate mail.
Okay.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
7 points of damage.
7 damages. Okay, I will note that in roll 20. I like roll 20 because I can keep track of hit points in roll 20. I'm getting the hang of this. Someday I'm gonna be a real dungeon master.
And that's it for right now.
You're crushing it.
All right. All right. Speaking of crushing, Blarg, it is your turn. Blarg the Crusher.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take out my bow. Oh, I gave that away. So is there any way for me to get to the orc in the south? Is there room for me to engage?
Sure. Absolutely. You
Right,
could
so
run.
that's-
You could run right through Daryl and flank the orc with the longbow, giving you a +2 to hit.
Yeah, I have no longbow, but I'm going to hit it with
No,
my
he
sword.
has a longbow. I'm saying
Oh,
he has a longbow and a great axe, and you could get to
Awesome.
him. Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to swing at him with my sword. If I can find it on my sheet.
All right. So let me move you down there.
Oh,
Oops.
I just got a natural 20.
Oh, well, weird about our game. That really doesn't give you anything. So that's fine. So nat 20, right? Critical hit. So that's max damage, including
Okay,
all of
sorry.
your adjustments, and then roll
Yeah.
your damage die and add them to it.
So let me think here. It's a 12, 15 piercing plus 12 is 27 plus sneak attack, right?
Yeah.
Which
so
is
you get all your max sneak attack plus all those sneak attack die added to that as well.
yeah. So the max damage is 39, and then I'd have to roll damage.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you don't care to roll damage, I will tell you that you've killed it. So if you want to give me a description
Nice.
of the demise of this Orog.
So while that Orog is thinking about dining on 2 dwarves later, I slip in between the dwarfs and I thrust the sword and find just the little area where that plate doesn't cover it in his thigh, and I drive that acidy sword right into his thigh, and his leg buckles and he falls to the ground, writhing in pain, where he soon dies.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the carcass on the battlefield, if that's all right. I'm gonna leave those down. Okay, so he's down.
My carcass.
I got your carcass right here, pal. All right.
That's all I got. 2 swings, 2 dead orcs.
Okay, that brings us to.
Pretty heroic, Blarg.
Yeah, very.
Oh, I know how people do that. Hang on, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a thing right here. Look at that! I made a red X, you guys. Woo! See that?
Nice.
That's where the treasure is.
No, that's a dead.
Oh,
That's the forge.
that's
Okay, hang on. Just gonna tweak a thing. It is the orc's turn.
Haven't seen the X yet.
Listen. Don't get all.
Waiting.
Try now. I can't capture the X. What's happened to my
Oh.
X?
I see an X.
Can't move it. I want to move the X, and I can't. Oh, I got to go back to the. Okay, it's the orc's turn. I'm not gonna fart around with this right now. You get the idea. That guy's dead. He's got 2 X's on him.
Double dead.
So we got a guy that's grappled. And when you're grappled, you can't do a lot. Isn't that kind of like being restrained? 0
Yeah, he has to
movement.
break the
Can't
grapple.
benefit from any bonus to speed. Okay, so he's going to try to break the grapple. So contested Athletics, please, sir. And I'm gonna use one of my advantages. And I have an 18.
I got a 16, so he breaks it.
All right, so he breaks it. And that's it, because that's an action. And he's going to hold his... He's going to now look at you menacingly. Because that's his action.
All right.
Okay, now I got to switch to this. Oh, get out of there. Why is it doing that? Gosh. Bloop. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Another one comes roaring down the hallway from the north and is going to take 2 swings at Aerodeth.
He doesn't have to.
That's a cocked die. That's an even awful roll. That's a miss. And 13 is probably not going to hit.
Nope.
God, bunch of pansies. All right, and then the dead one is going to lay there and be dead.
Well done.
Bear with me a minute here. I'm not done.
He's doing an impressive job of laying there and being dead.
20, 25, 30. Hebney, it is thou'st turn.
All right. Still under the potion of speed.
Hebney's still speeding, baby.
Yeah, Hebney is now going to rage because he didn't rage last time. So, of course, he's going to use his bonus action to rage. And then he's going to roll a d12. He pulls a quick d12 out of his pocket because of Wild Magic Surge. And I got the 4 again. So that's pretty cool. So he's going to see the one racing down towards, is that Aerodeth? That's right next to him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a pair of them there.
This hulking Orog is coming down. He just looks up at him, punches him right in the nads.
Oh, here we go again.
Yep.
Signature
I mean,
move.
that's
If it works, it works. Yeah.
Yeah, go with what works. I have no advantages. What the heck's going on here? All right, here we go. That is going to be a where's my nad punch? That's a 19 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, a 19 is a hit. These guys are AC 18 with their plate. And you're hitting the one right in front of Aerodeth?
Yep, the one that just came running down the hall here.
Yeah. Yep, the freshest.
It's D4 plus my stuff, right? D4 plus.
Why?
So 3.
What's happening right now?
Correct me if I'm wrong. So
Plus
Hebney
my
is working the
rage.
speed bag, right?
I see what you did there. That's clever. Very clever. Speed bag.
So that's going to be. Do I add my strength bonus to the punch damage?
Yes,
Okay.
you do in my
That's
game.
kind of crazy.
I don't know if that's the correct answer, but it is now.
That's a lot. Okay, so that's 12 bludgeoning damage from a gnome fist.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that right?
And then as
Can't find unarmed strike in the damn D&D
well, it's
Beyond.
a D4. It says it's a D4 damage. I rolled a 3, and then I add 2 for my rage damage, so that's 5, and then I have a +7 to my. Oh no, sorry, +4. Bad news there. So that's only 9 damage.
It's unarmed strike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
is.
Why the hell can't it? Why wasn't it? Why won't it show up the words unarmed? UNARMED strike do not register in D&D Beyond. Yet it's a thing.
I just hit it on a hit. An unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your
Plus
strength
So
modifier.
that's what I'm trying to find out. Does it add strength?
Yep.
Okay, good.
It does add
So I did
strength,
have
but
that.
because I have
I
the
have
Tavern
unarmed strike
Brawler, I
on my
roll a
D&D.
D4. I roll a d4 instead of the 1. So, anyways, it's nine bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to use my second action because I'm under the spell to throw this guy off the cliff, off the ledge. This guy's going to follow his buddy.
Okay, so you're gonna use your second action to grapple.
Actually, no. I'm going to use my second action to shove. I'm going to shove attack him.
Okay, that would be a contested strength as well.
Yep.
That's what I'm going with. That is how I shall officiate this.
Okay.
I'm still puzzled as to why unarmed strike won't show up in my...
What's a speed bag? I don't even know what that is. All right, here we go.
That's his bag getting hit with speed.
When
Damn,
boxers
rolled a-
use the train, they go. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a special melee attack called shove. Strength athletics. Strength athletics. Words. I rolled very low.
Oh, was it? I
Like
rolled a 13.
7. Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So this one I will delete because he's vanished. Or
And then I'm going to turn and look at the other one menacingly, and I'm going to put my fists up. And I'm going to say, tell us where the forge is or you're going next, pal.
he spits on you. He's just not interested in talking to you.
Pretty rude.
Gotta go.
Yeah. Anything else, Hebney? Another jam-packed, action-filled turn, thanks
Yeah.
to the potion of speed.
Yeah, I don't
Nice.
remember where that came from, but I'm glad I had it.
Yeah.
That is my turn.
Very well. Would anyone else care to play Dungeons and Dragons? How about
Yeah.
Daryl? You are up, sir. We're gonna get you in
there,
initiative order.
Daryl will move up next to the north guy that's still there, right next to him, and he will cast Thunderwave on him, and
Nice.
that's gonna force of basically kind of energy extends from his hands to this creature, and he needs to make a 15 con save. And
Which dude are you doing this to? The remaining live one?
Yep.
And you got to touch him, right?
No, it's a 15-foot cube originates from me, and
Okay.
you have to make a con save.
And it's
So
creatures of
he'll
your
move up
choice.
right next to him. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not your companions,
No.
because that would be cool as hell.
Would be.
Con save.
Yes.
Okay. Gets a +4 because 18, and I rolled a 1, so that's a 5. Why must I always roll poorly? Always? Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
So, yeah, so what's going to happen with Thunderwave? What happens when he fails his save?
2d8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
But
Go ahead and
then
hit me
he
with that.
also get, yeah, so that's 2, and so 10 total.
Okay.
But then he gets pushed 10 feet away. Does that push him over the ledge?
Well, here's the problem with away. Does it like, because away would just push him into the wall, right? If you were trying to push him,
Yeah.
because I'm picturing it pushing in a straight line.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how Thunderwave works. Let us consult the Thunderwave. Sure, it reads Thunderwave, but it doesn't read unarmed. Okay. Pretend words. Sweeps out from you, 15-foot cube, saving throw, 10 foot away from you. And so away from you, you're facing him from the south, which would push him to the north.
So he'd just kind of go right into the wall.
Just presses him up against the wall. Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping to
Cool
push him
though,
over the
yes.
edge,
I'll
but-
give you, 1/10 of one inspiration for the idea, because that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably it now.
Okay.
for me.
Good, cool. Good play. Very cool. Baldwin O'Farrell, what would you like to do next now? You see your compadres ganging up on this poor little Orog.
Do I have a clean line of sight to him?
Oh, yeah. Like crystal clean.
I'm gonna throw my javelin right in his face. or wherever.
Okay.
Okay, let me do the rolly thing here.
I'm excited. I've learned to make red X's. Oh yeah, that's
Oh, that's a 6.
next level dungeon mastering right there.
A good day.
6 plus whatever your modifier is. If your modifier is less than 12,
No,
that
I mean
would.
it's totally 6.
Oh, a
That's
net
all I
6.
have.
Nice. Yeah, that's a miss. Thank you for playing. However, anything else you'd like to attempt?
I'm gonna start moving in that direction when I can.
You are able to do so at any point. You just tell me.
Well, I'll move in that direction, but I don't have another action. So,
Roger that. Okay, let me move
but
you
if
up
I
there,
were
bud.
to have one, it would be to
To
cleave
kill him?
him with my
Yeah.
axe. Yeah.
Oops.
Although
Okay, so you're kind of the 4 of you are
he's a
all
pretty
hemming
good
him in.
ways away from where I am. I think. No, I could get there. I can get there in one move. So if he's still alive on my next turn, I'm going to cleave him.
That's fair. Okay. That's Baldwin. Erideth, you are up.
I think I'm just gonna pincushion the guy who just got shoved up against the wall really hard. 21 to hit.
That does pierce his plate mail, yeah. So this guy's looking rough, man. He's been, I don't even know what he's been. Honestly, I don't remember. I know he's been thunder waved and other stuff has happened to him. I think you arrowed him once.
14 total.
14 total. Okay, yeah, he's looking real bad, but he's still up.
I already action surged. That's
Wah, wah,
all I got.
wah, wah. Okay, Erideth. After Erideth comes Blarg the Mighty.
Ooh, yeah. So I'm in the south there, next to the open passageway. I am going to stay where I am, and I'm gonna hold my action. And if something comes out of that doorway that's not one of my party members, I'm gonna stab it.
Okay, so you're gonna hold and stay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, that brings us to the top of the order, and the Orogs get to go. Excuse me. So,
Scott,
yeah.
Scott, I gotta step out for that soccer game, so
Okay.
I'll be back.
We'll be sure to. If
I
you
will
could
mute
maybe
and cover.
send me warning before your turn, so we stop talking about you. That'd be. I don't want to have you feel
sorry.
bad. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
See you in a bit. Okay, so the remainder of you who are fully committed to our game, let's continue.
The ones who care.
The ones who care, yeah. So let's continue on. This Orog right here, since Erideth left, maybe he'll go ahead and attack Erideth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to roll even odd. So, Hebney, you're odd, because, I mean, you're
true.
actually the
Very
Shadar
true.
Kai is odd. So, we'll go Erideth is odd, and you're less odd, which would make you, by comparison, even. And I rolled a 10, so you're getting attacked. And this dude is just, if Orogs could rage, he would do so. And so he is going to use one of my advantages to try to chop you in half with his 2 attacks with the Great Axe. I have a dirty 20.
Yeah, that beats my AC just slightly,
Okay.
even with the haste.
And I have a 22.
Both of those will hit me.
Okay, so I burned 2 advantages.
And you only have, what, a dozen left?
Actually 13, a baker's dozen. So
Got it.
okay, the first damage is 7. Second damage is 10. So 17 slashing damage from the Great Axe as he just bellows and, just
Half
takes
of that because I'm raging.
2 big swings. Raging is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is nice.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
can I use my Sentinel attack now?
Tell me what that is. That sounds
So
exciting.
it's been my feat that I've never been able to use. Because
Yeah, that's
we've
why I'm
never
asking, because I don't know what the hell it
We've
is.
never been in a dungeon close enough to be able to use it. And so when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature.
Let's
So
see.
we've just never been we've always been
Right.
outdoors or like never been close enough to anyone.
Yeah. And I know, like, I couldn't move you up beside him because everybody's got their own square visually in Roll20, but I know you said you're going to move there, and I know the mechanics allow you to do so. So, yeah, go ahead and do it, man.
All right.
I just couldn't put you there visually on the map.
Yeah, no problem. So that is a 10, and I can't use an advantage at this point, probably to re-roll that.
Right. 10
Or
is
can
a
I?
miss.
No. Can I use an advantage or no? Not after the fact.
Go ahead. It's fine. It's fine. We've been kind of loosey-goosey with that since day one.
So that's a 24.
Oh yeah.
A who?
24.
24, that hits. Wandering Endlessly has given Dave an advantage, by the way. So thank you for that, Wandering Endlessly.
Nice.
Roll your damage on your 24.
6.
And you said this is a melee attack?
Thank you.
Melee.
So that's with your hammer?
That is with my Warhammer.
All right. Tell me how this happens.
So yeah, as the orc took his swing with his, I forget what he used. What did the orc
Double giant great axe.
giant great axe. Right as his like follow through with his great axe was finishing, that Daryl came up with his Warhammer right basically as his blow was coming down and took him from bottom up right underneath his chin.
Yeah.
Oh,
He just falls in a heap in the corner with clanking of plate mail.
I have a question.
Okay.
To that.
Yeah.
Would that have happened after the first attack, or would he have gotten both of the attacks off?
And by he, you mean Hebney?
The orc. Because
Oh,
he hit me twice, and I'm wondering if Daryl had intercepted him after the first attack or after the second.
I don't know that there's. Read me the effect, Daryl. Bob, somebody.
No problem. When a creature, I guess it really just depends on sequence in combat of when a reaction occurs in relationship to another action. And so when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Mm-hmm. As I understand it, a reaction is a response to an action, right?
Right.
That's
and
what
so
the,
I guess
that's
the
what
question
the
is,
English means, but let's see what the order of combat says.
So like, was he finished his, so was the two swings on Hebney part of his action? So if that was like his whole action, then it would make sense that the reaction occurred after.
His attack action isn't 2 actions, it's 1 action that includes 2 attacks.
Includes two attacks.
And a reaction
so
is an instant response to a trigger of some kind. In this case, the trigger is the action.
Correct. That is actually the definition.
In English, if I'm just going to go ahead and read it, the words, what they mean, it sounds like that comes right behind the action. It's a response to the action. So the action has to occur first before you can react to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cinematically, it would be like it would happen as soon as that guy's attacking Hebney, your reaction would go off. But we don't have like AD&D segments and weapon speeds and all that crap. We're not that granular in E5E, excuse me. It does go on to say, if a reaction interrupts another creature's turn, that creature can continue its turn right after the reaction. So if he were to move, your reaction would have gone off before that. But I would say that it follows his action. Like his attacking action triggers your reaction.
So he got both. He got both
I would
attacks
say.
on me.
I would say. So does that make sense?
All
Does
right,
that seem
just
fair to
clarifying.
everybody?
Yeah.
Hebney doesn't think it seems fair, but Dave does.
Okay, as long as Dave does, I don't give a shit about it. I mean, yeah, no.
Hebney's, yeah.
God damn it, you son of a bitch, DM. I'll get you. Yeah. I am not fixing your technology now. Yeah. So yeah, Hebney does suffer the big mighty swing, and in reaction to that, your what's that called again, Daryl?
Sentinel attack.
Sentinel attack triggers, and you lay low the Orog, and he falls in a heap of broken bones and crushed chin, cracked skull, and plate mail. And I'm going to ask all of you to roll perceptile dice. See what I did
That's a
there?
great that's a great feat, Bob. But keep in mind that the linguist feat, that you don't have to be in a dungeon to use it. You can use it anywhere.
That's very true.
Just the next time, you're
Just-
picking feats.
I've been waiting
Yeah.
like for
Wow.
literally 4 months to be able
Such
to
a good
actually
feat.
use this feat. And
Wow.
So good.
Wow. That is a cool feat. Yeah.
all right, perception.
It is very particular.
Well, then
isn't it?
when you hit somebody with it,
It-
their movement goes to 0, so they can't. Right?
No, not that I can see. It's just that
Oh,
I
okay,
get
maybe not.
I just get an attack. But the problem is that with the feat, you have to be within 5 feet. And the only real way that we've ever really within 5 feet is if you're crammed together in a hall, fighting something else. And so it
Well, you
doesn't
did a
like
good job with it.
Yeah.
My perception was an 11.
Mine was a nat 20 plus 2.
Nice. I have a 19.
And a 10.
Okay. Anybody 10 or greater, which I think is the whole party, you can hear through the open stone double doors the clanging and banging of plate mail coming from that direction. None of you are in front of the double doors, so that area is now no longer exposed to your line of sight. So I have hidden it from you because I am that dungeon master.
Are we still in an initiative?
Yeah, we're still in initiative.
Okay. Hebney's gonna start moving towards the door.
I can't tell you as a DM how much I dislike that mechanic, because that's auto something's coming, right? Because you're still in initiative. There must be a thing. Yeah, so Hebney, you're going to head for the door?
Yeah, he's gonna move to the door. I do have a lot of movement because I'm still under the potion of.
Okay, how
speed.
many movements would you like to burn? I just moved you 10 feet.
When I get to the door and look into the room, do I see something to hit?
Yeah, I'm going to put you just inside the door. Let me share with you what it is that you see. Let me reveal.
Oof.
Reveal. Man, just speaking is hard.
This would be a tough fight if we hadn't been so stealthy. I mean, if we had just came in burning things and clanging everywhere, it would have been even worse.
Okay, and then if I go ahead and put whatever might or might not be in that room on the proper layer.
Kind of went south, Blarg, when you released those humans from captivity. I'm just saying.
Nice. You see 2 more Orogs
Great.
brandishing the notched battle, great axes barreling down on you guys. And just for fun,
Perfect.
yeah, I do have the Orog. Let me
Rug.
make it visible to you on stream because it's just cool. There, you can see an Orog. I just dropped it over top of the map. They're badass dudes, man. They're big. So that's what you see. There's 2 more Orogs coming your way. The stairs are downward, by the way. You see that 5-foot flight of stairs right at your feet, and then further into that area, there's another set of stairs that's the total north to south width of that chamber. And this whole chamber here appears to be worked stone. Let me give you a little description here. It's just a big, broad entranceway that's been carved out of the stone. Marble steps, cracked with age, veined with green moss, lead up to this strong double door. And the double doors are of carved stone. They're like 8 feet wide and almost again to the ceiling. You do see, Hebney, there are arrow slits here. Can I ping? I'm not pinging, am I? I'm not
Turn your
pinging.
finger on.
I gotta turn my pinger on. There's arrow slits here and here. That'll show up on stream in a second, and I need to cover up the Orog or you're not gonna see the arrow slits. Let me do it again. Here.
Okay.
And here, you'll see those momentito. So what would you like to do on your turn?
All right. So when I get to the door, I'm going to throw Monier at the guy that's in front. I'm going to use my advantage from wandering endlessly. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate your support here as the Warhammer is flung.
Could you give us the name of that Warhammer again?
I don't know what the name is.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
gonna be
you
honest
said
with
you were gonna. I thought you named something when you said I'm gonna throw.
But yeah, I mean that's not it. But I was just making a reference. But anyways, it is a 27 to
I'm sorry.
hit.
Yeah, 27, just barely. I mean, just barely.
Flings this hammer across the room, smashing into the first one. It immediately reappears in his hand. It's going to do.
Oh, because you're still getting the.
Yep, that's why I
Wild
wanted to
magic
hit something because I don't want my rage to end. I got to hit stuff. So that's going to be.
And you're hitting the nearest one.
Yep. That's going to be It's going to be 14 force damage to the first one.
Nice. Yeah. So I just picture this thing blasting him right in the chest. He bellows.
And then it reappears in his hand, and he's going to fling it again at him.
Nice.
This time
Same
without
guy?
advantage. Same guy, yep. Ooh, that one's not going to probably hit. That is only a 12.
Yeah, that one's gonna clank harmlessly off of his plate mail as
And
he
it comes back.
bellows up the stairs. Yeah, great.
And then I'm just going to yell, "Can somebody tell me where the goddamn forge is?" And
A little frustration there.
yep. And I think he's just going to stand. He'll probably move forward about 5 feet, so he's at the bottom of that first flight of stairs.
Okay, I will move you there.
And
Good
that's
deal.
it.
All right, cool. Okay, so the rest of you hear Hebney screaming at something about a forge, and the odd sound of pretend. Is it an actual hammer? Yeah, it's a weapon that's been imbued with this magic. So you would hear the metal of this hammer resonating and dull thud whack on the plate mail, and you hear the bellowing, the familiar bellowing that you've grown accustomed to from all the carnage now in this slog through hell here of another Orog. And so I'm going to ask Baldwin, what would you like to do?
I'm going to step around the door and I'm going to use my decanter and do a geyser to try and knock the Orogs down.
Okay, where do you want to end up? On the stairs beside Hebney?
Yep, I want to get beside Hebney. I want to shoot them with a geyser. They have to make a strength save against 13. If they fail, they take 1 die 4 points of damage and they fall prone. If they save, they just get wet.
Okay, what kind of range has this bad boy got? This is the geyser?
30. Yeah, I think it's 30.
30 gallons, 30 feet, foot wide. Okay, so you get to hit one of them. Because it's a foot wide?
Yeah, we'll do the one in front.
Yep. All right, and you said a strength save?
Yep.
Okay. That's an 8 plus 4 is 12. What was my DC?
13.
Oh, how unfortunate for me. So I'm going to take some
So
damage.
He takes 1 die 4 and then he falls down,
Pronage.
causing the other one to trip and fall on his axe and die.
Totally, yeah. Weird, right? Amazing how that happened. Negatory Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Call the bull. How much damages?
1 die 4.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah. Four.
Nice. Okay, so 4 damage. All right. All right, and this guy's proned.
Yeah. So I'm able to use that as a bonus action. So can I go ahead and run over and attack with my axe?
Yeah. And you know what? It turns out there's a red X button.
Nice.
Just discovered that. Okay, so you're going to run up and attack him.
Yep.
Okay,
And
he's got a blue dot because he's proned.
All right, I'm going to
1, 2, 3,
two-hand this axe. My to hit is 16.
If you use a +2,
I will definitely use a +2.
you will be successful. So another +2. Go ahead and roll your damage.
My damage is 4. Roar!
That was scary. Okay, so yeah, you boink him for 4. All right, yeah, he's got some damage. Nice.
That's my moves.
Okay, very good. After Baldwin comes Aerodeth, and Aerodeth had to dash. Does anybody want to fire an arrow for Aerodeth? I would assume that's what he'll do, is bounce around the door.
It sounds like something he'd do.
How many times am I going to do this?
Oh, by the way, I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage.
I think you bonus actioned your decanter.
Oh, okay, because it's the use of the decanter comes with a bonus action, but I also as a rogue thing, so
I
I
got
can't
you.
do them both at the same time.
Well, you only get one bonus action.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, hell no. Okay, so we'll maneuver Sir Aerodeth of the Shadowfell around 5, 10, 15, 20. And I picture him kind of taking up shop right about there. And let me get his character sheet so that I might attack. What's the name of this game? View campaign. Aerodeth Carwin view. All right, rolling a d20 for his arrow. That is an 8 on the die. +8 is 16. If he uses a +2, would you like to burn a +2?
Yeah.
Sure.
32. He hits. That's d8 +4, and then something else. D6. Necrotic. Whoops, that's a d4. That is a 7. So 11 plus a 6, nice, is 17 damages against Orog 1, who is prone. So he would actually have had advantage on that, right, if he's prone?
Yep.
How much did I say, 17?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a second d20. To see if he hits a critical. Nope, that's a 9. Okay, so 17 damage, and that dude's pretty tore up, as they say. So that's Aerodeth, and he will just right behind the door there. Daryl, did you get to go?
Not yet.
I keep skipping you, man. That is bullshit. What would you like to do? Sorry, man.
No
Damn,
problem. I
keep
will
doing that.
move up as far as I can go. What I'm 25. I get 25. So how far down can I get?
20, 25.
Put
You
me
can get within
wherever-
about 10 feet of these guys.
Okay, cool. You can put
You're
me
like
there.
right behind Baldwin O'Farrell.
All right, and then I'm still out of melee range, but I will cast Toll the Dead. And so, yes, so Daryl will basically point at he'll point at the one that's already taken damage.
Yep. He's looking
And-
bad. So, yeah.
Right. And then he'll basically he'll speak a few words to his god, and then you'll hear this huge sound, kind of like the church bell, and then some energy will kind of force itself out of his fingertip, and that is his spell. And it's a wisdom save, wisdom 12.
Wisdom 12. These guys are incredibly wise. Okay, that's a fail. So He's taking damage, so you get to roll the old D12, one of the best cantrips on the
Yep.
planet. And Dave, thanks for gifting that sub to Wandering Endlessly. Thank you.
3 points.
3 points. Oh, well, coincidentally then, how does this end for our friend, the Orog number 1? How do we want to do this exactly?
Yeah, so Orog number, is he upright or still prone?
He's actually prone.
He's still
Yeah.
prone. So
Was
as,
that
as
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that he basically, after this, this bell's ringing, he grabs his both ears, and you see that he starts to bleed out of his ears, and and then he just passes out.
Down he goes. Nice. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Wandering Endlessly, I hope that you enjoy all of the benefits of your subscription to the Wily Hobbit network of Dungeons & Dragons gaming excellence. By the way, you are currently experiencing all the benefits that this is right here. This is it. But
Don't do it all at once.
Yes, but I do hope you enjoy it. Nice play, man. So down goes Orog number 1, much to his dismay. Orog number 2. I haven't even checked the Zoom messages. You guys been trying to talk to me? There's only 24 messages. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, very good.
No, I'm just making pithy comments.
Cool. Okay. That brings us to Blarg the Magnificent. What would you like to do, Blarg?
Well, I think Blarg is going to slip down sneakily the passage to the south and peek around that corner so that he can to see what he can see down there.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get to work on that. Let's see. We're going to reveal some stuff here. So you're going to sneak around?
Yeah.
Doing the old sneak around?
Yeah.
Doing the sneaky sneak?
That's the plan.
Okay, here we go. Why isn't he? Oh, I don't have my grabber on. That's what always gives me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so you're... Oh, come on, you dork. So you're there. You can see that which I have revealed upon the screen. So there is the home of the arrow slit. That's what's on the other side of the arrow. Of course, you don't see the arrow slit because you never got in that other room. But so you see a little nook, a little cranny up there to your right at the end of the tunnel.
Gotcha.
Steps going downward. It is dark, dark, dark in here. Just a faint flicker from the braziers that are in the landing space there.
No other critters down there.
Don't seem to be any, and no forges either. You don't see any forges.
Blarg doesn't have a bow.
I did until I gave it away. I heroically gave it away.
That was most heroic.
Debatable.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
You
most.
could hide in that little nook and like shoot arrows at the other over.
That was most heroic.
I could shoot insults.
Yes. Okay, so Blarg, is that the end of your turn? That's your.
Do I have movement left?
You spent it all. I've moved you 25 foot.
Then, I have 30 feet.
Oh,
but
well, allow me to rectify that.
That's,
I don't want to shortchange you on your movement.
yeah, don't shortchange me.
Sorry, my dude. There we go.
That's all I'm going to do.
That's what you got right there, brah.
Sweet.
Dude, that totally kicks ass. Okay.
Getting nervous that we were going to get flanked by something in this stupid hallway.
That was a good call to check.
Everything is fine.
I'll give
Okay.
you that.
That's the bottom of the order, gang. So I'm going to go back to the top of the order. Do you guys need a bio break, or do we want to just press on? I could see us going another 45 minutes, give or take. We've just been combat the whole time, so.
Hammering it.
Okay. So this here dude is going to step up and confront this here dude. He's not probably going to surrender. And he's going to take two attacks on the diminutive dwarf, Mr. O'Farrell. And I'm going to burn an advantage on the first one to see if I can make a hit. So I'll roll a single d20 this time. And I would like to know if a 13 hits your armor class.
It does not.
How about now?
What do you mean, how about now?
I just thought I'd ask again. The second roll, frickin', I'm going to burn that cloak while it's upon your body, is a 9.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
I mean, that's literally best magic item ever for you because it has saved you numerous
Yeah,
damages.
it has saved me numerous times.
And it's going to just suck when you wake up from your next long rest and it's gone because someone stole
I
it.
just have to like.
And Blarg's wearing 2 of them.
Yeah. Okay, so that is his turn. He curses and spits upon thee. And these are very spitty guys. They produce a lot of saliva and they're all angry. So we're going to now transition to Hebney's turn. Are you still under the influence of a speed potion? When's that going to end?
It's 1 minute long.
Oh, for the love of God. 3 episodes from now.
Yep.
2 hours later. All right, but dude, you were up. Would it be all right with Hebney
rounds.
if
That
I-
is
Yeah.
a lot.
if I gave him inspiration for the use of the speed potion and then the creativity with which you've functioned under the influence of the speed potion?
I
Deserves
am
it.
under the influence.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
give
appreciate
you what do you call that, inspiration for that, because that's really been good.
Yeah.
Where can we get more haste potions? That's
I
my
know.
question.
That's what I'm wondering. Do we have someone who can cast that spell? Maybe it would be cool. We have a
But I think
Wizard?
just around the
Wizard,
corner of this
yeah.
dungeon, there's like a big bucket full of them.
Yeah, there is. There's a closet full of
Just-
speed potions.
Can you
It's
Can
a
you make those
forge
at the
and
distillery?
a haste brewery.
Baldwin? Can we put that
Actually,
on the menu?
Vodka is actually potions of speed.
Little known
actually-
fact right there.
It makes
So-
you think you're under the effects of a potion of speed.
Yeah, right. Look at me. Look at how fast I am. All right, here we go. Hebney is going to race forward using as much speed of his movement as he needs to get right up to the Orog that's hanging out there. And he is going to swing the Warhammer. I'm going to go ahead and use that advantage that Wandering Endlessly gave me. So thank you for that. I'm down to 0 advantages.
Are you gonna? Where do you want to be? Just like beside him?
Well, actually, could I get behind him and not have to use my advantage and flank him?
Yeah, because you've got
Alright.
you've got double movement.
Yeah, I've got 50 feet right
You've
now.
got movement for days.
All right,
so
so-
5.
all right.
Let's see, you were on the stairs right there. So 5,
So I'll
10,
hold off
15,
on the
20,
advantage.
25, 35. So you've got 15 movement left if you need it. And you
Heck
may
yeah.
now embark upon your action step.
All right, I'm going to swing with the Warhammer. I got a natural 20.
Okay, that means critical hit. So max damage,
Okay.
including all modifiers.
My-
And then roll
shit.
any damage dice and add those to the max damage.
So 18 right off the bat. Plus 12. So 30 force damage.
Ooh. Man, so you just dent and smash some of the plate mail into his flesh as your hammer finds purchase would be an understatement. 30 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. He's up, but man, you just really put a damper on his spirits.
So for my second attack,
Wondering
will-
aimlessly is out here endlessly giving out advantages, by the way, to people.
that's beautiful. I'm going to hit him again because I'm hasted. So here we go. Oh, that was close. It's not a natural 20, but it is a 27.
That does, in fact, beat his armor class. Who knew? 27, just barely.
So that's gonna be 17 force damage.
17 force damages. Yeah, so give me a description of what happens when you empty this guy's tank.
I'll race forward. I'll swing around behind, and I'll give a wink at. Is that who's right on the other side of him?
Baldwin.
Is that Baldwin?
Yeah.
I'll give a wink to Baldwin. I'll say, "Watch this," and I'll just smash him from the back, crushing in his the armor, the plate. And the guy kind of like spins around to look at me, kind of shocked. And I hit him from the front and both pieces of plate have now squeezed him and just cut everything off. His head just gets red, and then he falls down like he's caught in a vice.
Yeah, so he falls to a clatter of broken plate mail and cracked bone, just in a steaming heap of death. As the room grows quiet, save for the faint, Aerodeth can hear the crackling of the fire in the braziers and the rush of water down the chasm, and maybe a little bit of sizzling from the troll who's still ablaze across the bridge. As all grows quiet and you drop out of initiative.
I'm gonna get into position after that happens to take a look down that hallway to the northwest, just to get a better view see if anything else is coming our way.
Yeah, let's have a look, shall we? There seems to be some faint. Oh no, there doesn't. There's nothing.
Okay.
Let me reveal that for you though. There's nothing. Nothing. False alarm. False alarm.
I would like to retrieve my javelin and see if there's any other cool weapons or trinkets.
Yeah, you may do so. You may do so. So this area, it kind of opens up. It goes down. You're kind of in the middle of a set of stairs. The tunnel itself is kind of irregular. Let me shift the view now. Okay, Blarg, we're going to slip off the screen. That's all right. And you can see up that tunnel about that far. So let me zoom out. I got it. So there you go. You can see up that tunnel, and that's what you can see with your dark vision.
Okay.
It's a tunnel that kind of winds down a couple sets of stairs and opens into what appears to be a little bit larger space.
Now, with no immediate targets, is it safe to assume that the minute passes of this potion effect?
If you want to run up there again to just scout more, you could do that. I would give you another run if that's what you're thinking.
Let's do it. Yep.
Just remember that next time you go to kill one of my monsters, how nice I am.
Yeah. Once that minute ends, he drops into a lethargy and cannot take actions for a bit.
So that's 40. So I'll move you 40, which is right to the edge of your visual range, and then let me do the reveal thing real quick here.
Okay.
I'm clicking some stuff here. All right, so we are going to reveal. Oh, come on.
You guys just watch as Hevney just takes off running down the hall.
Yeah, he just disappears.
Looking for something to crush.
No more caffeine for him.
And you see across the way, there's an opening. And it looks, it's dark, so it's hard telling, but it looks like that might be an opening into a really open space. It's hard telling. This grayscale, and you can see that there's a tunnel kind of behind and left. Okay. And that's what you see, Hebney.
And then Hebney if he doesn't see any threats at that moment, he just kind of drops to the ground, and he finally takes note of the wounds from the great axe that had hit him twice. He's bleeding, and he's exhausted, and he's cannot move or take actions until after his next turn. But for narrative's sake, he's just blown out and sitting on the stone floor.
Yeah, and really for narrative's sake, you guys just see Hebney scoot down that tunnel, and he's gone. You just don't. He's gone. What is the party going to do? What are you prepared to do?
Well, Blarg's going to rejoin them in the main room where the rest of them are.
Oh, okay. Let me get the right thingy thing.
Yeah, I briefly popped back out to get my javelin, as I said before, and then I'll be coming back into the main room. Do these Orogs have any interesting weapons or possessions?
So they're all wearing plate mail, and it's definitely not very nice. It's just a step above splint. It's more like sections of really large plate mail that have been cobbled together, and they're dented and rusty, and there's been blood left to dry on them from previous battles. Each of them, if you roll the body, they have the battle axes, these huge great axes that, again, are not finely crafted weapons by any stretch. They're very rudimentary, not particularly sharp. They each have an edge on the axe blade, but it's not a keen. You couldn't shave with it, but when it's swung by an Orog, it'll still mess you up. They each have like a large leather pouch. A lot of the contents are like shiny rocks and teeth and bones. You're able to harvest a total. I know somebody want to take notes here. A total of 41 gold, 3 platinum, and 110 silver.
Just so we're clear, I wrote nothing down, so hopefully someone is.
I'm making note of it.
I just jotted it down as well. But that's what you find on the Orogs.
Nice.
And there are 5 corpses. 2 of them are gone because they were thrown down the chasm by the angry gnome.
Sweet. Yeah, just in general, I'm looking for cool stuff like javelins because that really worked out.
The 2 Orogs that are left on the landing have longbows. Again, not fancy, but there's arrows. So if anybody needs to replenish, I would assume Aerodeth would probably... Oh, he's got like some kind of a bow where he doesn't have to replenish arrows, doesn't he?
He doesn't use real arrows.
And then there's...
Pull back up, though.
I think there might be javelins on the 2 dudes who came in the door.
Are longbows simple weapons?
No.
Damn it.
Hey, simple goblin, simple weapon.
You know what is a simple weapon? A short bow.
Yeah, too bad you don't have one of those.
Which I gave away.
You could break one of those in half and then tie the string.
That's true. I could. You're right.
Each of the orcs who came, or Orogs who came storming in, the last ones that you killed, each have a javelin that they dropped when they got into melee.
Cool. How many is that total?
There were javelins on the other side of the chasm. Each of those guys, those guys were orcs. They each had javelins. So you've just dispatched 6 Orogs and 2 orcs.
Well, I'm not going to go back across the chasm. But if there are javelins on this side, I will collect them.
And one fiery troll who's still burning, by the way.
Cool. Is he dead or just burning?
I'd say he's probably dead.
Nice.
But he's burning. I mean, it's only been, like probably 6 or 7 rounds since combat began. Maybe 8.
Doesn't like trolls.
And so the troll's been on fire for maybe a minute. So yeah, that guy is gonna be smoldering for a while. He's a troll.
So without going back across the chasm, how many javelins can I collect from the side we're on?
2.
2. Cool. That gives me a total of 3 now.
Okay.
In case I am not able to retrieve one after throwing it.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah.
Scott, I am going to take a quiver of those arrows.
Okay.
I'm going to take a quiver. I don't want the arrows. I just want the quiver.
For your javelins?
I'm going to strap it across my back and put the javelins in it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little awkward. They only get about 41% of the length of the javelin. Like there's more javelins sticking out than sticking in.
Sure.
And the arrows, Blarg, are not tremendous, but they'll work. They're, again, these are all more primitive than what characters might have as far as the condition and the quality of those weapons.
They'll work when I find the bow.
They will work when you find a short bow. Yes, that is true. So all's quiet. What's the rest of the party doing? Hebney dashed down the steps down and disappeared into the dark. Aerodeth has taken up a position, and he yells nothing because he only has how many feet of dark vision does He might have 120 feet because he's some kind of fancy elf guy. Because he's
Next, we should probably go look for,
a wizard.
Scott, Daryl's going to track back to what that second secret passage to the north, just to see if there was anything that we missed through it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do some exploration. Let me find Daryl. Where's Daryl? Daryl, where are you? I think this is Daryl. Whoops. I'm clicking on the wrong Roll20 map. Sorry, it takes a little while for me to retrieve my cursor because I got a laptop and 2 big monitors, and sometimes it vanishes. All right, so Daryl, you're going up around the bend?
Yeah, just to kind of take a peek around the corner to see if there's anything. So we'll go to the level of the bend. So we'll kind of go up, and then he'll look down the hall. Up in that corner.
Okay, let me get the reveal thing going. So you look around the corner, and you see that there's steps going down into a larger open area. Hard to see what all's in there because, again, it's kind of the edges of the dimensions are kind of right at the edge of your dark vision. Do you wish to go further?
He'll go down the steps and look.
Okay. Bottom of the steps. And here's what you see. Oh, it didn't reveal. Come on. Quit being a tool. There's a lot of clicking that needs to be done in Roll20. There. So that's what you see, my friend. Can you tell by how I have it zoomed in? I don't have it. I've got you guys so spread out right now, it's hard to.
So it looks like there's just basically an open room, and then there's a passageway that goes to the north.
Yeah, and those little V-shaped openings, those are cubbies for arrow slits.
Cubbies for arrow slits.
That's right.
Okay. But besides opening room and arrow slits, that's about it.
That's what you can see from your current position.
Okay. So then what Daryl's going to do is he's going to head back to the central room where the rest of the guys are, and then he'll report back to the group to say that it looks like there's a separate room that's from the hidden passageway to the north, but then we could continue to move in that direction. So we need to make a decision. Do we go up the passageway where Hebney has taken off, or do we track back and go through the secret passageway?
Yeah, I think we probably should get Hebney because
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess the question is, do we come all the way back around, or do we just keep plugging forward?
Well, let's see. Let's catch up with Hebney if we can, and then see what he's found, and then we'll decide.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So let me move you all up into the area where Hebney is currently snoring noisily. Or, well, he's probably just laying there drooling.
By the way, that was one of Mark's better ideas.
Did anyone else take damage besides Hebney?
Nope.
Ebony is sitting cross-legged in that chamber, just holding his guts in at this point.
Okay. So once Daryl gets up to Hebney, he sees that he's wounded. He comes over and takes some kind of bandages out of his back and starts to bandage his wounds, and then takes his staff of healing, and then this blue radiant energy comes from the end of his staff of healing, and he will heal him through it. So he'll touch him on his kind of area where his wound is, and he will
touch him on his area
of where his wound is, and then he is going to use 2 charges, and I just got to roll them.
Nice. Poor Hebney's gotten the shit kicked out of him.
Find the
Well,
thing
he's
here.
like
He's
a
the
tough little
barbarian.
dude, man. He keeps jumping right in the middle of it.
He's like the only thing I've been able to hit. All my other
Here we
die
go.
rolls
You
were
hit me
really,
hard.
really
You hit me
poor.
real
Okay.
hard.
I did.
So
Well, we need to
he
get some more of those
takes-
displacer cloaks. I think everybody in the party should have
Yeah.
one.
I think so.
So
Oh,
Even
fuck
the
those
elf-
things, man.
Put it in order.
Even
Put it
the
in
elf
order.
Hebney takes 12 points of healing.
Nice.
And then
Thanks,
I offer Hebney
Gonzo.
my flask so he can get a shot of the dwarven spirits.
Nice. I will say that you all notice a flow of fresh air coming in that opening, and it's pretty cold. Coming in there's like a tunnel up there, kind of north end of the cavern, northwest end. And you notice, let's see here. Yeah, that's what you got.
So Daryl will report to the group that he tracked back to the north where the orcs were coming in from the north and through the secret passageway. And they went down the stairs and there was an open landing with several arrow kind of holdings for arrow slits in the walls. And that passageway could have gone further north, but he tracked back and just wants to let the party know and see what they think, if we should keep moving in this direction or head back.
Well, it seems like there's some fresh air coming from the north. I'm no dwarf, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they keep their forges outside, so it's probably not that way.
Well, you're correct. You are no dwarf, but you are also correct that that wouldn't be the way of the forge.
Yeah, so I think we should find a way deeper into this area so that we can find the forge.
That's another
looks-
not terrible Blarg idea.
So we're either, it looks like we're going to track backwards to the south, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, and because we can always go and examine that area at a later time as we're leaving, hopefully. With it.
Yeah, I mean, we can make note of it. It might be a quick escape route that is better than climbing back out of the chimney.
Yeah, that could be.
You gonna go out there and have a look? See what it is? Anyone? Bueller?
Oh, so you're suggesting maybe we scout it a little bit and then go
I'm
about
just asking if you wish to check the source of the fresh air.
It's like we're trying to be lured into the fresh air area.
Weird,
Come
right?
this far.
I mean, a dragon's not going to fit in this cavern. Hello?
Be a small one.
A micro dragon.
pseudo dragon.
Pseudo dragon. And then you have that tunnel to the southwest, right off of Blarg's left flank.
So I feel like we feel that there's fresh air coming from there, so that's a potential exit if we need it. But our purpose is to find the forge, so we should be looking for the forge. What's everybody else think?
I think so. I think let's see where that. Let's either go down this southwest passage or go back to where Brother Gonzo saw the room to the north.
Agreed. Help me up. Blarg, help me up.
Blarg will offer his hand.
Okay, while Blarg is helping Hebney up, I'm going to go ahead and pronounce the giveaway. And I'm going to show you what it is we're giving away because it's exciting AF. There it is. Oh, it's beneath the... I'm like, why can't I see it? There we go. Layers, people. So Vault of the Drow, Dungeon Module D3 is... And we're going to give... words. We're going to give away the print-on-demand version of said module. We gave away last game. We gave away 1-2, D1, D2. So please type in !giveaway to enter. And if you win, just get a hold of me directly to get your address, and we will order it from DM's Guild and have it drop shipped right to you. This is just our thank you for If you're a player, it's thank you for your time and talents in playing. And if you're a viewer, it's thank you for your willingness to subject yourself to me. I know you're enjoying the players, but it's me that you have to be concerned with. So, so pretty cool module. That's classic, man. Vault of the Drow. And I just, a little foreshadowing, there are Dark Elves in that one.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
So Hebney's up, Baldwin's up, everybody's up. Eredeth is retrieving his children. Daryl stepped away from the microphone momentito based on the burb that was left in Zoom chat. So what is it that the party is going to do, my friends? Evil. Yes, Enoch Pratt. Evil.
Should we just take a look at this hallway since we're already up here?
Yeah, let's do that.
And nobody wishes to explore the fresh air source, I presume. Is that?
Where is that coming from again? Through these fissures?
It's coming through, whoops, gosh. Oh, my poor old hobbity brain. It's coming through up here where I'm pinging, which will show up after the delay. It's that upper, that's an opening there. You could see it looks like the room is closed, but there's actually a tunnel. It's an opening. And the fresh air is coming right on in there. In fact, there's snow. Little dust of snow, footprints been packed, a little icy up there.
Yeah, we could run up and take a quick peek. One of us could go up there while the others look around this corner. Cover our bases here.
Blarg looking around the corner. Blarg, I'm moving you down the tunnel. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hebney, you can come up there. Hebney, when you get up there, you realize you're standing in front of open air to the outside. Very easy to tell. And it looks like a trail. Hard rock. There's rocky outcroppings all around it. And it leads into what appears to be you're standing in the opening of the face of Stonettooth. You can't see very far because it's pitch black dark out and there's low cloud cover. Light snowfall is coming down. Goose feather snowflakes, if you will. But it appears you're looking out the side of the mountain, the side of the Stonettooth, at a pathway, a trail of some sort that leads to that opening in the mountain face. And it's walled up. And you can see it bends around, kind of to the west, beyond your vision. But it's the outdoors.
He'll relay that to his buddies.
Okay, let me move you back to the buddies. Back to buddies. Whoops, got the wrong thing up. I always forget to click the selector, the pinger. All right, Blarg. You going to go down this tunnel here?
Yeah.
Sure you are. It's good. It's good. Nice. It's good that you're doing that. Because everything down there is fine.
Good. That's where the forge and all the treasure is.
Right. And I won't force you to tell them that.
The unguarded forge and treasure.
So what you see down there is tunnel, more tunnel. And it empties into this circular space that I don't really understand. There's nothing in there. So I'll spare you all the time on that. But that's where that tunnel goes. It just kind of goes. Maybe that's one of those DM's discretion can add a bunch of stuff. But this DM did not use his discretion in that manner.
So it ends in a circular room that is empty.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to spare you the time and hassle.
Then I will go back up to the main, to where my buddies are, and I'll tell them that.
Yep. So consider the tunnel explored. The other opening goes out into what appears to be the outside, the out of doors.
Looks like back to the secret room
Yeah.
that Daryl had found.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all going to wind your way around. And you can see in this chamber that you're in that there are 3 arrow slits along the stairwell. So it looks like it's kind of set up to ambush. This whole thing looks like the entrance to a complex, if you will, that is built to resist anyone coming in, right? As you look at this, and especially the dwarves are seeing this, and it's very familiar, typical how dwarves would set something up. You got these 3 arrow slits up in here, right along the stairway. And then you've got the arrow slits down in the cavern below, or actually above, because these stairs are all going up back upward. And then it all choke points into a double door. You're going to go back up to the area that Daryl found, right?
Yeah.
The Daryl zone.
Interesting. It looks like probably maybe the outside area was maybe another entrance into this place.
And those are the back side of the arrow slits, right? So I'll just go ahead and open all this up for you guys. And so what you see if you look up the tunnel, oops, I got to move this side now, sorry, is it looks like a tunnel that goes all the way up there, and it starts to get to the end of your dark vision, but if anybody, walks down there, it looks like it ends in a, kind of generally 10 by 10-ish room. So I don't know what you all want to do. What do y'all want to do?
Well, let's check out the 10 by 10 room.
All right. So I'll put Blard down there. All y'all going?
Yep, following.
Following.
Okay. So you all are in it's like maybe more like 10 north to south by 15-ish east to west. And this whole area is very clearly worked stone. You can see where there's corners, there's hard edges, there's smooth walls, smooth ceiling, smooth floor. The arrow slits are all carved out, those little niches where you would sit and murder holes, For anyone who's interested, NFL scores live update. Saints over the Falcons 27-26. 2 seconds to go in the fourth in that one. Down in Carolina, the Browns in town to take on Baker Mayfield, the revenge game. The Browns down by a point, 13 seconds to go, but it shows the Browns have the ball. Tie ball game at Paul Brown Stadium, the Bengals and the Steelers, AFC North rivalry to open the season. Eagles 3 over the Lions, 38-35. There's 2-minute warning there. Looks like Bengals and Steelers have advanced into overtime, tied at 20. 9 minutes to go in overtime. Colts and Texans 20-20. 9 seconds to go. Ravens all over the Jets. There's a shocker, right? And then the Jags down 6 to the Commanders, 22-28. 1:46 to go in that one. And when we return, we'll give you a preview of this afternoon's 4 p.m. starts here on. Secrets of the Flanaess.
Yay, Commandos.
The Commandos.
Yeah,
So
sports ball.
Sports
the
ball.
NFL should be a sponsor of your.
Yeah.
I'm working on a deal right now. I couldn't say anything, but yeah, I do have Goodell in line 4 kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay, so what are y'all doing hanging out in this dark room?
Is there anybody to throw off of a cliff or a ledge in here?
Well, we're missing a couple things: cliffs, ledges, and opponents. There
So
are
there's
none.
nothing else in the 10 by 15 foot room.
Doesn't appear to be.
No
What are
exit.
we doing in here, boys?
Can one of our rogues look for secret doors or more
I can
traps?
definitely do that.
Oh, they just show up on the map automatically.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some investigation, looking for secret doors.
Okay, go ahead and roll one of those polyhedron, whether be it virtual or plastic. 13, you say?
Do say that.
Okay, let me see what. Ouch, man! I've got this crick in my back from being old. Bear with me a second. Everything appears to be worked stone. No secret doors, no
Did I
What-
say 13? I meant 113.
113? I mean, if you want, you could apply a +2 to it.
I don't think I need to.
Okay.
I think the team should apply a +2 to it.
I will not contest that. If
Oh, I
they
thought you
feel-
were refusing to apply. I will not!
I will
Yeah,
not.
let's use it.
I will only rely on my
defer-
dwarven wiles.
I will defer to.
So as Daryl comes over and starts poking around and looking, he's like, man, look right here. There's these seams. It looks like maybe they reveal, quite possibly may reveal a couple of like pressure plates.
So wait a minute. The Hobbit dwarf had to come over and school me on my search.
It's entirely possible that that's precisely what just transpired. Yes.
I'm gonna need a
I-
shot from. I'm gonna need a shot from my flask after that.
I had a vision from my god. It came in a vision of energy.
A
that came
blinding
in from my brain.
flash.
Right. That's right. Exactly.
God of the secret doors, Vilnius himself, has spoken and revealed
Yep.
to you that there's some pressure plates. If you press them, they release a door that just barely kind of, all of a sudden, the seams of the door appear in the wall as if magical, and the door kind of releases just a bit so that you might push it inward.
Daryl pushes the door.
Okay, the door opens, as evidenced by the rather large S. Oh, now that time it didn't show up. Okay. What's weird about this map, right? Because that's a secret door, apparently. But it doesn't show a wall on the map. It shows an opening. So I couldn't reveal the wall, or you'd have known it was there. Weird, right? And there are stairs that go up about 15 feet down that tunnel. And it appears that they go up into a wall.
Yo, stairs ending in a wall trick.
And Blarg check for traps.
I can't. I'll check the wall for traps.
Okay, I'll just maneuver Blarg on in there. Whoops.
Gonzo, I'm glad you're here to quarterback this thing for us.
Ooh, a sports ball reference.
I had to get one in. That's the only thing I know.
Okay, so Blargalicious, roll me a d20, man.
Ooh, I got an 11.
Okay, it's a wall,
Well, there's no
Which-
traps. So
which-
now I'm
which seems counterintuitive, but it's a wall.
I don't believe you.
now I'm gonna check it for secret doors.
Okay.
And that time I got a 17.
Yeah, same type of thing. Pressure plates, and when you push on them, right, just like you would assume they work just like the other ones.
Well, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, you open the door,
Open that door.
right? You press the pressure plates. Hang on a second here. You press the pressure plates. Oops, I need to check something. Okay. Allow me to reveal what it is you see when you open the door.
It's the forge.
There's a whole bunch of weapons
Level 5 characters?
and a barrel of potions of speed.
You open the doors on what appears to be a barracks or sleeping area
Perfect.
type arrangement. It's filled with rough-hewn bunks, tables, chairs. There's pelts on the floor. It smells like ass. Looks like a bunch, almost like a barracks, and it's hard to see because of the darkness. Looks like it might be enough sleepy sleep area for, a dozen or more humanoids, doesn't it?
And he starts counting on his fingers how many they've killed.
And you see what's that? 3 Orogs who turn and look as you open the door. And it is there that we will hit pause for the game.
And
These guys look
Nice.
like they can be reasoned with.
Yes, totally. And they probably all know where the forge is.
Yep.
now I'm going to put my plan into action.
There we go.
All right.
We're here to rescue you. Thank you, Scott. That was great.
That was awesome.
It's great.
I gotta get you guys into Roll20, so that you can. I think you're all adult enough to manage your own tokens by now. I think you've proven your trustworthiness. I'm a little iffy on. I'm a little on the fence with the goblin, but the rest
That's
of you, I think
sure.
that we can trust you with that. So what it is I just have to understand how to set up a game and get you into it. So you'll be getting some kind of a smoke signal or something, a dagger with a message wrapped around it will hit your door or something, but soon you'll get an email from me with a link or something. So
Sounds good.
So yeah, and man, I don't know what my audio situation is going on here, but at least we got it to work. So, okay, so that brings us to the end, and don't forget, folks, we got a giveaway going on. Enter is simply ! Giveaway, so make sure you avail yourself of that opportunity. Let's go around and do some quick outros. And we'll start with, I guess we won't start with Erideth, because Erideth has left the building for the moment. So we'll start with Ebony Cragbeam. Tell us a little bit about...
I am Dave, guys. Hi. If you can hear me, I want to just say thanks to Scott for running the game. This is super fun. This party is great. So Chris, Bob, Tim, and even Carl, I'm really enjoying playing with you guys. You can find me, folks, over at Guild Superior, where I play games, run games, and produce games. We've got a bunch of cool stuff going on over there. So please come on over and hang out with us. We'll be playing Monday night is our next game, and we're going to be wrapping up a short shot of the Castle of Mirrors. So there's a high likelihood that there will be a TPK tomorrow night. So I can't guarantee anything, but it's likely. And a big shout out to the chat. Scott, you have an awesome community here, so I'm glad to be part of it.
Have some fun friends hanging around, getting some regulars. Very, very, very thankful for that. Asher, good to see you, man. And we scored another sub. Thanks to you, Dave, for that gift sub. So Wandering Endlessly.
Yep.
Shaka's back for a second week. So the Real Long Shot bounces in and out. So that's cool. So always grateful for folks hanging out with us. Okay, let's go to Mr. Nimble-Pants.
Scott, thanks again. Bob, Doc Shoulder, and I, besides this game, play with Phantom on Friday nights.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully Chris is going to actually join, which would be great. And I think he would really enjoy it.
it's nice that you say that, but I mean,
we are located actually in Harby, which is kind of cool, and we are about to start another kind of adventure. We just went through Castle Greyhawk, or I should say the Zaggeek's castle. So we finished that. It took us about 6 months to go through it.
Wow.
And so now we're starting out anew. And but other than that, look forward to in 2 weeks. See what we can do to these other orcs.
I'm totally sure it'll be fine.
I think everything will be great.
Absolutely. Okay, Blarg Tonio.
Hey, everybody. I'm Chris, WikiVA on Discord and Twitch. Thanks, everybody, for a great game. I have been playing in this group, in Wiley's games for, 2 years, maybe.
Really? Wow.
I think so. It seems like it.
That's cool. At least an eternity almost.
Yeah, it seems like 20 years.
It does. I mean, it really, really does. Yeah.
And I finally got healed after that time, so I was glad to get that. But I really enjoy the game. It's great group of people. Hopefully, we'll find that forge and all the treasure and be heroes, be heroic. I wanted to do something more heroic today, but I didn't get the chance.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the heroic part starting pretty soon. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll kick in somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next time, I think.
Next time, totally.
But great game.
I mean, you could have freed a troll, but no, you had to set it on fire.
I lobbied for that, but then they burned him up.
You got
Baldwin
overruled.
doesn't like trolls.
Yeah.
Baldwin
So-
doesn't like
Trolls
So I had
are
a question-
nasty. And
I-
why
I
was
got
there
a
a troll
question
in a
with that.
cage? What's up with that?
Yeah, I know. Was the purpose to have the orcs release the troll, maybe? Or
Probably.
All I know is
I
that
don't know.
orc was headed in that direction, and then Hebney went and,
got it.
attacked
So maybe
it.
the orc was going to release the troll.
And then I think Baldwin killed that one.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So who knows? That could have been.
Technically, the best way to handle a troll, to lock up your own troll, but who am I? I mean, what do I know?
Yeah. All right. Ding, ding, ding. Baldwin O'Farrell, Mr. Podka himself.
Hey, that's me. I'm Tim.
You are Tim.
I am Tim, but on the interwebs, I'm known as either Enoch Pratt or Sundown Sensei on those socials and whatnot. You can find me. In fact, if you went to, there's my link. So great game today, guys. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, in 2 weeks we're going to do this again. But then the week after that, we have virtual Greyhawk Con, and I'll be playing in Dave's one shot. So Hebney will be, the dungeon master of that.
Yes. Virtual Greyhawk Con is a thing. I don't have any of the links or anything. What a bad community member.
First weekend of October.
First weekend of October, Google
Yep.
Virtual Greyhawk Con. They're logged in at tabletopevents.com. You can go out there and I don't know who all has seats in what games, but if you pay, I think it's like $5 to buy a badge. I mean, it is a con after all. But that gets you full access to go in and sign up for all the various games. And if you like Greyhawk and D&D and Pathfinder, and thank you, Asher, good man, you can play D&D till the cows come home, and then you can eat the cows and grill them out. A lot of D&D that weekend, so get on that. I know Dave's running some games. I got to tap out of that one. I got a busy weekend. My son's birthday and stuff's going on, so I couldn't run a game this year. I feel bad that this is the third year for that. I was part of it the first 2 years, and hopefully I won't be excommunicated from the community for not running the games, but is what it is. But yeah, that's a good weekend if you like Greyhawk D&D. So in fact, this game is actually born out of that con because we played a Caverick's Cove game with
That's right.
some of these characters, and then it turned into this. So yeah, good things have happened from Virtual
Was
Greyhawk
that
Con.
last year or was that 2 years
It was
ago that we
last
did
year.
that?
Yeah,
Last
because
year.
this game kicked off like January,
That's right.
February, something like that. I think that's what
I'm
it was.
looking at the schedule for Virtual Greyhawk Con, and there's a lot of spots open still for games. So if you want to pay $5, you can play D&D all weekend with some really fun people.
Yeah.
And maybe end up in a campaign like this. Who knows?
Yep, it's a really cool thing, and there's giveaways and sponsors, and it's fun. So yeah, very very good weekend. Yeah, excommunicado, you got it, Asher. Yeah, so I know Eridith. If you want to meet and hang out with Carl, you can meet him in our Discord, and I'll put a link to that in chat. I'll give his outro since he's out already. He had to go retrieve his son from a very squishy, wet soccer game, I believe. Yeah, and so that's everybody's outros. My outros are real simple. We play D&D here every other Sunday. We kind of go Sunday 2, Sunday 4, Sunday 5, generally speaking. So yeah, that's that. I do play in an online but not streamed game with Asher the Bear. Mateus, who used to be in our Monday game, is the DM, and we're playing in and around Neural. And so that's fun. Speaking of Neural, the Greycast podcast drops tomorrow morning. So go ahead. The line has already started forming, but go ahead and get in line. And this episode, Mateus and I kind of put our heads together to talk about Neural. So we're going Nerlin tomorrow. So it's kind of some Bone March history, some Ratic history, some Nyrandese lore, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the gaming opportunities in Neural and all the. It's a really cool place to play because there's so much chaos and uproar, and there's been so much attention paid to that particular county. You know, countries have tried to annex it and other stuff. So it's a lore-rich, gaming-rich opportunity for D&D. So has everybody gotten into the drawing who intends to do so? Give you just a couple more minutes of me treading water, killing time so that everybody gets in. Again, it's ! giveaway to enter the drawing, and you're going to win a print-on-demand copy of D3, which is Vault of the Drow, which apparently is underground and involves drow. Anybody going once, twice? Okay, hey, Wilson's in there. We got 8 people in the drawing this time. That's exciting.
Oh, here we go.
So, all right, you guys ready? I'm going to close this here drawing out as soon as I find the close button. Okay, there's the close button. No longer enter the giveaway. Y'all ready? I'm going to pick the winner. Just like picking my nose, except I'm going to pick a winner. And our winner is, hey, Wilson, last in, first out, buddy. So, Dave, you've won a POD copy of your classic Greyhawkian module. So, Dave, hit me up with your address if you're comfortable doing so. I swear, I promise I will not come visit you. I do have a passport, so I can get into Canada, so I could be lying. But, yeah, if you would shoot me your address, and we will get that to you, my friend. So, woo, good deal. And you won one of your favorite modules. Awesome sauce. All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to search the interwebs for a worthy stream who deserves our attention. And it looks to be Lawful Stupid RPG. So I'm going to start that raid. Please come back and watch us play D&D again. Go yell at the fine folks at Lawful Stupid RPG. They're a UK-based stream. They play a lot of D&D. I think they're in a Dark Sun game right now because I was watching them before our stream. So they must be on like a mega adventure. So I'm going to hit raid and yell at them and say hi and all that cool stuff. And as soon as we can go, looks like 3, 2, 1, and we're out of here. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.
See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Woo!